This is a compilation of the tank that you can see behind us, which is absolutely amazing. We built it
7 months ago, depressingly.
7 months ago. It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday.
Anyway, hope you enjoy it. Right at the end of the video, it's like brand new footage of it all, how it is now after the build. And we're recording. Yay!
Are we?
Yeah, we're recorded. We're ready to go.
Sam.
It feels weird being here, getting ready to build. It's been like 2 years.
Yeah, I think that tank was done just over 2 years ago.
Yeah, that one there, which is undergoing treatment, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yeah, it's still got a little bit of lingering treatment running in there from where we had fish delivery in last week.
Yeah, so you routinely do it, it's all good. Anyway, we're not here for that one, we're here for this one.
That one.
That one, yeah, okay. Good job you got the step ladder, because we are gonna need it. Look at the wood already in there. Are we keeping it like that, Martin?
Yeah, well, I kind of had the vision of putting that piece in there from the start with the idea of, because there's a central intake, so we kind of need to disguise it. Yeah. And that piece just looks quite nice. Whether we cut this front limb off just to drop the front side of it down, so this limb drops down into the sand bed a little bit, we'll see. I don't know, it's kind of a cool little refuge area. It is, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And like, and maybe it'll bring them forwards, but still make the fish feel safe. Yep. So what's going in this tank? So everyone already knows from the start, so it's exciting. Yeah, we're going to do a South American theme in it. So we've got some cool cichlids, we've got a white and great shoal of black phantom tetras that's hiding down that sump down there. Okay. There's a nice shoal of wild colour angels down there. We've got some really nice geophagus. It's a species that we've never actually grown on in the shop here before. We've got some really, really cool catfish. Okay. How much you'll see them, don't really know, but they're exciting to me. It's a treat. It's a treat when you do. Yeah. And then loads of rock, loads of plant, wood. Make it look just for those who haven't seen previous ones of us explaining, size of the tank. 8 foot by 5 foot by 2 foot. Yep. So it's about 2,500 litres. 2,500, okay, cool. I was going to put 2,000, but now I know that. Yep. Bigger is better. Yep, definitely. Including sump or not including sump? No, there's no sump on this one. So this actually runs on a pressure filter, so it runs the same way as all of our main systems here. Oh, okay. So it's a Evolution Aqua K+ pressure filter. Can you show us around the back, like how it works? Because people will be interested in that. Ignore some nets that are hiding in there. No, I'll hide the mess. I won't zoom in on the mess. The all access behind areas, look. So yeah, essentially, you've got. Whoa. Yeah. That's the pressure filter itself. Okay. You've got a twin bank of UVs. What does pressure filter mean for those that don't know, including me? It's a pressurized vessel. Okay. So you have a pump pushing water into it. Yeah. And then it is a fully sealed unit, which then means that you can position it at whatever height. So this is normally sold as a pond filter. Yeah, I was going to say I thought it was for ponds, but makes sense. This is basically a glass pond, isn't it? It is essentially, yeah. So yeah, there's a nice hefty pump that's sat just down in here, which will whack a controller on because at full power it'd be way too much for what we need it in there anyway. Goes into the filter, up into the UV, back up into the system. So it looks to me like, whoa, what the hell is going on? But is it more simple? And an inline heater. Inline heater, oh, perfect, yeah. But so it is more simple than it looks. It's just a loop, basically, isn't it? Yeah, but it's just a closed loop system. So all it's doing is it's pulling water in through the three intakes on the inside, down into the front of the pump, up into the spider valve, into the filter, back out the filter, into the UV, back up into the system. What's these spouts all coming off of it? So that is the jet nozzles that are in the back of the tank. So there is we'll be able to see them. Yeah, there's 6 of them, and then we've got the 1.5-inch outlet that comes off the side here as well. Oh, okay. Which we'll build a spray bar to go on that. Okay, cool. Because we're planning on having stuff come out the top. Yep. Therefore, we need a spray bar out of the water to trickle down and flood the shop. Definitely flood the shop. Yeah, yeah. There might be some trial and error, might there? But yeah, it's one of those. Like the tank itself is 19 years old this year. Right. It's been sat dry now for 2 months roughly. Yeah. So first fill is going to be the interesting one. Because you found a crack, didn't you? Yeah, so everyone's seen my lovely repair job down through the middle. There's a line of glass that's been siliconed in with some beautiful black silicon. Essentially, there was a crack that ran on the top pane of the double base from roughly in line with this pipe towards the central intake. It arced around the central intake and then shot off to the side. We should explain though, Martin, it's double-skinned glass, and it's only the top one. It's a double base. It was only the top pane that was cracked. Water was getting in between, but it wasn't coming out. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah. That's fine. A little trickle. Yeah, it'll be fine. No, the floor's supposed to be wet. Yeah, it's concrete. Yeah, for a reason. Yeah. So what is first job then, Martin? What do you reckon? I mean, first job is probably going to be to silicone the clips in for the spray bar.
Okay.
Once we silicone those guys in, it's then probably going to be building the beautiful boxes that are sat in there, because that is essentially water retention blocks, produced by AQUARIAN. They're normally used in pondless water features, so you just use it for water storage essentially.
Okay.
But using them will give us height without us having to cram a load of rock, gravel, and anything else underneath it, so we can get stuff right up towards the surface, and we just need to disguise it with hardscape.
Okay, I'm going to nod along and pretend I know what you're talking about at this stage, but hopefully that'll all become clear as we do it. Right, let's crack on.
Yeah.
We have random black boxes. Now I know what you mean, Martin.
Yeah.
So they're going at the back, you won't see them, they're against the black background, they'll have stuff on them, and Martin is just fixing, you can see there, look. A great shot of the calf. Show him the calves, Martin.
I'll show you my right calf, not my left calf.
Look at the beast, look at that.
My left one's a little bit dour because I had Achilles surgery a couple
of years ago.
you
had surgery, didn't you?
So that muscle went.
So yeah, you can see just underneath the overhang now on the glass, Martin's just silicone them onto the top of that, just so the pipework can run along it, and then it can just shoot out horizontal,
this way.
And then we can just fill it up.
Yeah, it's done.
Just done.
Yeah, bare glass, it's minimalist escape.
Yeah, it's all about the fish. Hit it.
Gone.
No, I'm not here now. This is B-roll. I don't exist.
I was going to say, are you filming me rubbing my pipe?
It's just like a 2-second shot, so it tells the story without telling the story. Do you know what I mean?
Fit up in there. I don't want to push it in just yet because the silicone just need to wait for the silicone to dry.
So hopefully you can all see how that's working now. The spray bar goes across. At the moment it's not a spray bar, it's just a piece of pipe, but holes drilled all the way along it, which will be really fun. Really fun to do that. Right, Martin's invited me in with the box. I'm trying to do it with the camera though. This is so dangerous.
I did come to this side to take it off you.
Oh, I see. I'm coming into the tank. Oh, it feels weird up here.
Oh, it feels really weird. Like the day that I was in here siliconing everything, like I was just sat in here, and there's like customers walking in. It's just like, oh, are you the new exhibit? No, unfortunately not.
So being inside it, look, you can. I'm not going to stand on the cracks, but you can actually get a real sense of the size.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Oh, it's monstrous.
I can lay down in this. This is like think of a king size bed, I'd say. Or queen size, one of those.
It would be a king size. It would be a UK king size, not a US king size.
Which is bigger, I'm guessing.
Yeah, everything in America is bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, everything. Okay, so that's how that's sitting up.
No.
No?
No. So this one we'll have in that back corner.
Yeah.
So he'll sit in there. Obviously, he needs to go all the way back, so we'll need to cut a slot in him.
Oh,
so it goes over the top of that grill.
Yes, and then it's still going to receive water and filter.
Yeah, it's still going to pull water down through it.
Yeah.
And then that one, hopefully, will fit around that one in that corner.
Okay.
Which gives us a nice bit of height on that side, so we can have some nice emergent stuff coming out that side. So, one of those boys.
Exactly why those are sat there. They were in the tank before, but they've been out for quite a while, haven't they? They'll come back. They're good, but they look a bit parched.
Yeah, they're a little bit parched where they've been sat outside. The temperature's dropped on them a little bit, and they haven't had quite as much water as what they used to as well.
Yeah,
so,
but that'll be fine. They'll be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So they'll sit in the water, will they? So that just the roots are getting.
We'll have it so just the roots are in the water. So it might be a case. I think there's a pot inside that pot.
Yeah.
We'll use that pot to get them up and into, and then we'll disguise that.
Yeah.
However we see fit.
Makes sense.
And then we'll have that one in that back left-hand corner. So give us an ever so slight raised area, so we can have maybe something like Amazon swords growing out the top, like we got in that front tank down there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, wicked.
And then around it, we'll use some ballast. We've got some lilies going on in the sump down there alongside the tetras. So
that's going to look so good.
Just some cool stuff. We've got a couple of orchids as well, which we'll see how they do. We'll attach them onto the top of this, and we'll attach them onto some other bits of wood that are coming up and out of the water.
Yeah.
Like they don't want the roots fully waterlogged, but they just like the moisture. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Especially with the spray bar going over the top, it's just going to give it that gentle flick and not submerged, isn't it? So, So the crates are in, slotted over the intakes. we've got this one piece of wood here. Now Martin's going to take us out to see the other pieces, which are the ones that need cutting, yeah?
They are the ones that need cutting. They make this piece look small.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I said to Cheryl, it looks even bigger now it's out of the storeroom.
Oh my goodness. It is so big. It does seem a shame to cut it up, but, you know, it has to be done, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the weight of them, they are just monstrous. Like me and Aaron tried to lift this one on the front edge and we could just about lift it and move it.
I can't even get it all in the shot. How are we going to tackle this though? Like, it's so thick. Like we said before about a chainsaw, but Martin said obviously.
Yeah,
oil.
So we said about a chainsaw. I mentioned it to a customer who he points out that obviously chainsaws run on a lot of oil. Once you get that oil onto the wood, it's going to stay in the wood, and then when you put it into an aquarium, that's going to leach back out again, and it's going to cause havoc. So we have a reciprocating saw.
Okay.
With a nice, fresh, sharp blade in it.
Yeah, it's going to cut for sure. It's just the depth.
Yeah,
because it's so
it might
thick.
be a case of having to cut from one side, spin it, and then cut down from the other side.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, when you look at it, like the bits that we're cutting, they're not actually that wide.
Yes.
So in theory, one cut down one side and another cut down the other side, we should get through it.
I think this is going to need a time lapse. Because it's probably not going to go as smoothly as that.
Oh, definitely not, no.
And you'll be pleased to hear we're safetied up as well. I mean, if
Precious
anything...
eyes.
Yeah, the eyes are safetied up. I mean, if anything flies at our chest... No, we won't worry about that.
It'll be like a scene from Van Helsing. Might just have to take that off.
It feels really bad doing this, but basically what Martin's trying to do is give us like a flat base to it so we can actually put it in, because it's not really going to work. But we're trying to save this beautiful, nice long bit as its own section.
Yep.
And we've got some smaller bits for detail as well. So we will use all of it in some way or another.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's not going to go to waste.
No. Oh, we've been going and going and just karate kicked this and then went, damn it, I should have filmed it because it took some...
We missed his Mortal Kombat moment.
Yeah, in one as well. I was like, hey, yeah.
That's a good piece of wood.
Yes, and I'm happy we've saved that bit. I still don't know how we're going to get that in the aquarium though. We might need to cut off a load of the back sections.
Yeah, I think we'll tidy up down
like one side.
Yeah, because to be honest, how we've got it now, we could probably actually sit it up onto this face, see which side we like the look of. I'll be totally honest, I quite like this. There's a really nice like root system that comes down from there.
Yeah, that's much more interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, at that point, might just be a case of tidy everything up off the back.
Yeah. That
might then actually sit fairly flat against the crates that we've just put in.
Yeah, and hide them.
Yeah.
But still be interesting.
Yeah.
Whew. Rev it. No, full on. That's it. I think we've got another bag of it sat there. Do you reckon a booting will do it?
Maybe. You can give it a go.
Right, you ready?
You can give it a Hadouken moment.
No way, definitely not. That was solid. The last bit. It's the last bit. Hey, yes!
And you got it on camera.
Oh, okay, so we've got loads of good bits. We're going to be using these in the foreground area once the substrate's down and all the big bits are in. We can use all these pieces just to sort of vine it out. Root is the word.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And some vines. But yeah, that looks ugly now. But reveal Martin how it's going to sit.
He's going to sit up.
Look at that, that looks awesome. We just got to lift it into the tank.
Ta-da!
That does look cool. And we decided this is not possible. Like, that was so much work.
That was a lot of effort.
Much thinner.
Yeah.
Like the blade, show them the blade.
Yeah, we kind of bent one.
No, we did that.
I don't think he's usable.
So obviously you can only go a certain thickness. Well, this is like that all the way through. Not possible. You need like a giant bandsaw or something that we do not have access to.
Nope.
But this will work because we've got one big piece in there already. We can shift it along, put this to the other side, and then something in the middle. We can come up with something.
Oh yeah, we certainly can.
Should we try and get it in?
Yeah, let's do it.
1, 2, 3. Now we'll get that in easy.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Not easy, but we'll get it in.
We'll find a way.
Yeah.
Well, there's a will, there's a way.
Right, Cheryl, you're going to help with this bit. Yeah, you can direct, project manage.
Okay.
So that needs to get into there. But first of all, this is all of the bits and bobs we've got to be able to go in the tank as well.
Yeah, so we've got a load more bits of wood on the bottom. We've got some really nice big bits of slate, a couple of different colorations. And then we've got 40 kilos of beach cobbles.
That's going to look great.
We've got all the sand and the...
Let's show the sand and the gravel as well.
So we've got that bag there, which was a 20-kilo bag.
Yeah.
We've then got that entire tub, which actually came out from there in the first place anyway. There's the stuff in that bucket there. We've got a little bit of aqua soil there. We've got a bag of pond soil there. We've got a bag of scatter gravel there. And then in behind the system, in behind there somewhere, there's a couple of bags of fluvial stratum as well that we'll chuck in.
Yeah,
so.
Which we'll show all that process. Yep. I don't know how far we're going to get to that today. If we
Who knows? If we can get all the wood and the rock in,
get the wood
that's
in.
Good enough for me.
I think if we get the wood in, and then we can lay the sand layer. And just leave it at that.
Yeah,
we can
makes sense.
And then we can come out tomorrow. We can peel back any sand we need to put in the bags of aqua soil, and we can do all details and get it to the point where it's like plantable by the end of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right, Operation Monster Wood. Let's do this. Monster Wood. There's going to be some. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm gonna. You jump in. I'll grab this side. Wheel it back a bit for me. Oh no, sorry.
Can I get my leg that high?
Yeah, we might need you, Owen.
Nope.
I think you'll be all right.
I'll climb in on that one.
Okay.
I can't get my leg high enough on that.
We should probably move this over first.
Yeah.
You can sort of angle it as well. Yeah. That'll work good because it's not right near the front.
We'll tuck it in like that.
I think you can come over more. A little bit.
Would need to lift him out and cut the limb off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a limb sticking out here.
Oh, hang on. Let's see where it's... No, that's pretty cool. Let's see with... Yeah, it's fine out the way there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then let's see how this one looks, but that's quite cool.
Because having it like that, gives us that limb there to build work up and around.
Yeah.
To then help disguise that one.
Plus, then there's some space for more planting and things, swim room, branches maybe. Right, let's get this in.
It does a lot in terms of disguising that back box, which means we don't need to use much rock work on that one to disguise in.
Is this locked or unlocked? I can't tell. There we go.
Right. So,
if we get up to the lip.
That.
1, 2, 3.
You ready?
Let me just readjust. Are you right there?
Yep, I've got it.
Okay. Oh. Now we've got to try and get over there. I'm best coming in, aren't I?
I would say so, yeah.
Wait there. Right, and if this leaks after all of this work...
That'd be a nightmare trying it.
Oh, yes, we got it.
And then if we drop him in there for a sec. Oh.
It's going to be beautiful.
Got that flat edge there, which we could push up against the box there.
Push it, yeah, I'd say go like that. Because that angle's really cool, because they're both doing that.
Yeah, so you've got that like triangular void bit in there almost, so that section there will be up against.
Yeah.
Let
me look from outside, Mark, because it might look just right there, we don't know yet. No, it doesn't.
I know, I think it needs to go back.
Okay, we got it in. So we've got one big piece there. We've got the other new piece here. It needs to go back a bit, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Even there is cool, but...
Yeah, I think we've got this bit here. If we can get it so that that limb there is stuck down this side of the box and then spin it.
Oh, I see, yeah. So that's the wood in place. We're really happy with how it's looking. Next up, we're gonna get some substrate in, just to get it looking a bit more like an actual tank. And then we can decide afterwards where we want the nutrients to go, cap over the top with that. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
I was thinking more Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
My beard's not quite big enough for it.
Yeah, and it's not even December.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Okay, so we've got that stuff, and we've also got, that's fresh, that's brand new.
That is brand spanking new. We've then got another bucket of brand new stuff, and then we've got the big tub that is all of the stuff that came out of it originally.
And this has got little bits of that in it as well, which is awesome because it's going to add to it. I guess that's Buster's, the remnants of Buster's food.
Yeah. So that is that's bits of cockle shell that both him and the stingrays ate, to be honest.
Yeah.
And they just smashed their way through it. So yeah, they just ground it up into tiny little bits. Makes it look relatively natural, doesn't it?
Poor old Buster. But he lived a long life.
He got to a good age. Yeah. Like, he's 11 years old this year. They don't tend to live much longer than that. So yeah, he did really, really well.
Let's do this. This is going to take a little bit of time. So just pour this one in to start with?
Yeah.
Ugh. Feels so odd getting in a tank. Even my 8-foot I didn't get in. Ugh. I'm just going to pour it out and we can spread it all. Woohoo! I mean, it's very orange at the moment, but when we've got like daylight coloured lighting on it, it will lighten it up.
Yeah.
Plus all the bits of gravel and things like that as well. Drop that down onto that. Can you chuck the camera up, Mark?
How does it clip off?
If you just hold the lens, that's it, and then the clip at the back. There you go.
Well, that's scary.
It's $5,000 in your hands there. Okay, I'm stood here, look. So this is very hard to tell, but there's the back area. There's the boxes we built up. Here's the sand. We're going to need a lot more sand.
We're going to need a lot more.
We have it. There we go, the sand is in. It's all quite hard to see at the moment, but what Martin's going to do while I'm gone is hook up the lighting system so that in the next episode, we're going to start actually scaping it. We've just got wood and the sand in. I mean, that's been a mission enough today.
Oh yeah,
Look at the sweat.
The wood was a lot harder to cut than I thought it was going to be. So
yeah, but we got there in the end. It's a lot heavier than it looks as well. That wood, it's so dense. That's why it's so hard to cut. But yeah, in the next episode, we're escaping everything, and make sure you're tuning in because this is a fantastic project that you don't often get to see. You know, I'm really grateful for you inviting me along as well, Martin, as well. So
anytime.
It's so good. It's going to be like we've been discussing how it's going to go. Things are going to go where we already know it's going to look amazing. So yeah, stay tuned. Say bye, Martin.
Bye.
Bye, Martin.
Bye.
No, bye, Martin.
Oh, bye, Martin.
It's day 2. It's not the morning.
No, it's not morning. Definitely not morning.
Martin's just got into work and it's like 12 o'clock. The middle of the day. And it's not your fault, is it?
No. M5 was broken this morning.
Road closures. But the good news is, since last episode you saw, we have light. A light. That isn't the final light, is it, Martin?
No, that's not the final one. That's one of the original ones that was over the top of it.
But there's going to be 2
Possibly
of that.
3.
Possibly 3. Oh, really splashing out.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I need to ping some messages out to the managers to see if they can transfer me some stock.
We just need to...
White cable. That one.
There we go. Yeah, just turning those off for the reflections. There we go. Now we can actually see in the tank. This is why I wanted to stop where we stopped yesterday, because I just didn't want you guys seeing the next part, or not seeing the next part as it would have been. But you can just see now, we've got a really great shape going on there just with the 2. It's very hard to escape a almost square sort of tank. But this isn't everything. We're going to have so much coming on into the foreground. The next stage now is just adding loads of details. We need fertilisation. We've left that space at the back there, just so we can put down some like substrate bags with loads of aquasoil and stuff in. Then we can just put sand all over the top because there's geophagus in here, isn't there, Martin?
Oh yes.
And they are renowned for their diggability.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to keep that sand bed turned over really well, so it'll look banging.
In that case, then, yeah, we should probably just keep this pure sand, yeah? Yep. Just nice and clean.
Yeah, we'll avoid planting anything almost sort of from about here round to about the same sort of point on that side.
Yeah.
And then we'll keep that valley going up backwards relatively clear. We need to get some rock work in around that central intake just to stop, or make it less visible, make it look a little bit tidier. So.
Okay, cool, yeah. So we've got a plan. First things first, shall we start adding some detail stones and the scatters and stuff?
We can do. I need to glue my spray bar together.
Oh yeah, show me. Show us where we're at.
So, it's just dry fit at the moment, but
is it drilled?
No, you wanted a shot of it drilling.
Did I?
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
I mean,
it's a drill bit going to a pipe. We could have got that anyway.
But it is part of the process.
But yeah, it's all dry fit at the moment. Marked all the spots off where I need to make sure it all lines up so it fits back in perfectly. Job done.
And we've checked, have you checked these?
Across. Yep, I've checked them.
They're on. They ain't going
they
anywhere.
are hopefully not going to go anywhere. I gave them a good jostle earlier and they didn't move, so it's always a good sign.
That's good enough.
Yeah. Let's grab the tank trolley.
Mine said, do we need another shot of me using power tools? And then was going to drill straight into this lot. Oh, look, you've marked it out and everything.
I have fully marked it, yeah.
I should let everyone know that Martin is the type of guy that will fully plan something 10 times and get the planning perfect before he starts, which is a good thing because I'm the complete opposite. I just jump into it. Any problems arise, I try and sort out there and then. Martin sort of does it so that there aren't problems.
I did, however, just point out to Shez that if this is still recording, on this somewhere, you will have footage of me singing Club Tropicana.
What, just a minute ago?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'd stopped recording. Oh, that's a shame.
That's a shame.
That would have been good. Club Tropicana, drinks are free.
Precisely. Let's start on that
Action shots. Just in case anyone had never seen. Oh, hang on, Martin. Do you want to tell them what drill bit you're using? That might be useful.
I think it's a 6mm.
I didn't mean the size. What is it, like a brass one?
It's an HSS bit.
Oh, yeah, classic HSS.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got a complete spray bar. I mean, I started doing a little montage of it all. I got very bored.
Yep. Yeah. There's only so many times you can see a drill bit go through a pipe. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Although you were speeding up quite a bit at the end there, Martin, getting very confident with the old drillage.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you know how it's going to react, then you can add a bit more to it. So.
I don't know why you didn't just use a pillar drill, Martin.
Don't have access to one, unfortunately.
Well, we were just talking about someone in the comments will be like, why don't you use a pillar? We don't have a pillar drill. Okay, good news. I can get in the tank. I don't want to block the route, but... Oh, no, you're all right. It doesn't matter.
Aaron's scared of the camera.
You're going to be in it. You're in it later.
Oh,
no. Right, I am in the tank. Now, Martin is going to pass me up different rocks and things. And in usual style, we're just going to wing it and see how... Oh, he's ready.
I'm on it.
OK, that's cool. Right, this has got a really flat back to it, which we don't want to see. So we can go like something right in, but we don't want to cover up all gaps. So I think it just hides this piece here quite well, because it's quite artificial looking. It would be a shame if I drop this. All of this can be adjusted as well. We don't need to keep anything exactly where it's been placed. Trying to bring it out using the angle of the wood as well. God, these are beastly, Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. Somewhere in here might be cool. Sort of hides that intake a bit. Blocks the root though, didn't it? I don't want to block the root. It's a bit big, that one. Good thing is there's so much space underneath. Let me know if you think something looks silly or whatever, and then I can adjust. Because it's so hard to see what I'm doing actually in the tank.
The only thing is whether you want to use like this one, stood on that narrower edge to go into that bottom corner down in there, to start bringing it across the face of the box.
Oh yeah. This will work though.
Yeah.
And that one's horrible and white, Martin. It's quite straighty at the moment, but once we've got all of our...
Yeah, we've got all the wood sticking amongst it as well.
Scratch the glass. I don't want any fish getting stuck either. So we need some sort of gappage. We can put wood all in between it.
Oh, yeah.
These are so white. Okay, so this is my view as I'm doing it. So you can see it's very hard to be able to skate, like looking down at everything. Basically, we're trying to use some of the rocks at the back there to cover up the black box, which is creating height that we'll have plants on. And then this one over this side is not too bad because we've got all this wood in the way. There's a bit of a gap down there, but once we've got some plants and stuff in as well, that pile there looks pretty ugly at the moment, but again, just lace some wood in it as well. You probably won't see it. There's a really good start, strong start, big rocks. So it's always harder when you've just got big rocks where to exactly place them, but I think that's working really well. because it follows the line of the wood, but there's also a gap still in it. Looks like there's like really cool places underneath where the fish can go. Yeah, that's working really nicely. So the way to make it really come alive now is to add all the smaller stones that like bring it all together. We're not going to go too crazy, like we say, we want some clear sand at the front, but just dotted around them all, just over time as well as they pick up mulm, detritus and change colour a little bit with just a bit of background algae, it'll look so realistic and nice. Right, so yeah, pebble time.
Third time's the charm. We've got those 2 bags of pebbles. We've still got those 2 big rocks there. And then we've got whatever rock work over on the shelving that we want to use as well.
Oh, okay, so we've got extra if we need it.
Yep.
We'll just stick with the pebbles, I think, get those in to start with, and then we can add more if we need to.
Yeah.
We've already taken up a lot of space.
Yep.
You might notice that bag in the middle, that's not staying on it, it's just making sure we don't get any sand down into where the filter goes and destroys it. So you won't even see that. We've kind of hidden it behind the piece of wood and the rock, and it's black against the black background, although there will be Val there. She'll be in.
Yeah, she's her. She's here. Alita's here as well, isn't she?
Yeah, I got Alita in there earlier.
Yeah.
That was a new one.
That was a new one. I hadn't heard that one before.
Yeah. You still didn't laugh though, Martin.
I don't tend
I think
to laugh
you were in shock, weren't you?
Yeah,
at how good it was.
Yeah. They just water off a duck's back these days.
Shouldn't have put the rocks on the top step there, but it's done now. Oh. It'll be a miracle if I don't break this tank. Oh, nearly broke it. Some of the little crevices here with the wood, I'm just sticking some rocks right in, just to look like it's naturally sort of got lodged there over the years, even though it's brand new.
You almost sounded a little bit like Bob Ross then.
People say that all the time. They call me the Bob Ross of aquascaping.
It's a happy little accident.
Yeah, I do sometimes say that as well. So I'm trying to place rocks in that don't look too contrived, but I think it's actually working quite well. From the top view, it's actually so hard to see if that looks good. But luckily, I've done this enough times now that it's turning out quite nice. You want some areas that got a few more, some that are a few sparse. If you try and place them evenly, it looks really weird. Just get them in. I'm just going to time lapse it now because it's going to take forever otherwise. There we go, we've got a good start. We can add stuff, take it wherever we need. Of course, we've got all the scatter gravel to go in between that will tie the big with the medium and the small to the sand. That really does sort of transform it at that point as well. Martin is now climbing in with his Gandalf staff.
My staff of pipe.
So that's all now, it's not called silicon, is it? It's
Solvent World.
Solvent World.
So it's just, we just had the discussion about that a lot of people would probably get the smell of it from a specific hobby that they would have used to have. So if you ever did Warhammer or Airfix when you were younger, the poly cement that you would have used to glue it together, Solvent World is essentially like a really aggressive version of that. And
it is a strong smell.
Yeah.
It's either from those hobbies or recreational ones at the park.
I wasn't one of them. I was the prior.
I was always stealing beers from Dad, but that's about the level I went to. Wait.
How long are we waiting?
No, you don't need to wait. I'm just joking. Stick it in.
Done.
Sweet. Right, so now we're tying it all together. And for that, we've got this nice gravel down here. Very natural look. And I'm getting it on the floor, sorry, Martin.
That's all right.
But yeah, all those different sort of flecks of colour in it just adds a lot more realness, I find. The more sort of colour variations in your gravel, when you're going for a natural look, I think the better. So what I'm basically doing here is the same thing I would do on like a smaller scale, in smaller tanks. You just don't want to be careful at all. Just place it on top of the rocks, let it fall where it wants, nice and quickly. The longer you take and the more precise you are, the worse it looks. And I like to fill in some big gaps as well, stops like gunk getting stuck in there. And the way it sort of flows out the holes makes it look nice and realistic as well. La la, la la.
It's like Snow White chucking out birdseed.
What was that?
Snow White chucking out birdseed.
Yeah, I was thinking that or Home Alone, you know, the lady in the park?
Yep, the pigeon lady.
Point is, you don't have to be too careful with it. And the fish, they're going to decide where most of this wants to go anyway. Does it need more, Martin? Is it all right? Right, there we go. We've sort of covered everywhere. Again, we can add more details if we need to. We've wanted to keep like a very obvious 2 islands, and the scatter gravel really does make that work, especially with that gap running down the middle. But I think now we can stick some nutrients in, can't we, Martin?
Yeah, we certainly can. I've got a tub over there full of soil. We've got a bag of fluvial stratum sat there as well. We're ready to go.
Okay,
loads of media bags.
So basically, this is little mesh bags. We're going to fill these with the soil, and they can sit on the base of the aquarium and go over the top with sand. Lots of people have concerns. They say, "Oh, will the roots still be able to get through?" They definitely do. If anything, they anchor to it, don't they?
Yeah,
there you go.
That's one that we've used previously, and this is all just dead root from. I think this possibly had a sword growing into it previously. So yeah, they definitely get hold of the nutrients.
And that'll be good as well because plants will lock in, and then fish can't pull them up and whatnot as they grow. Because I don't think they're too big initially, are they?
No, the geos when they go in will only be sort of 2.5 inches. So
yeah. And how do geos grow fast? Should we show them some of the fish? They've not even seen any fish yet.
No, we'll show them something down here because that's the most impressive bit.
Okay.
I say it's most impressive. It's my favourite bit at the moment.
Okay.
So a shoal of 480 black phantom tetras.
No way. Are they all going in, Martin?
Yep.
Oh,
Ignore the rogue rainbow fish. They're not
So
meant to
you
be
didn't
down there.
say that to me. You just said black phantom tetras, and I was like, we're going to need a few, but we've got a few.
Yep.
And they're like half size at the moment, aren't they?
They are half size. Good mixture of males and females. So male-wise, we'll get that really nice jet black coloration when they hit maturity. Females will get that really nice reddish pink. The group of angelfish that's down here will be going in as well.
Look at the cute little babies.
There's probably best part of 20 angels down here at the moment. There's possibly 2 colour streams, which might irritate me as they start growing up, but they'll look cool when they get there.
It might be, but it might be just that you've got 2 batches, it looks like. One that's more grown slightly, and then one that's not got as deep colours
The trio
yet.
up in this back corner came in the previous batch, and then the smaller guys came in the batch a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, so they could be a different strain, but it might just be an age thing. The coloration isn't coming through.
Yep.
That's still nice though. I like both of them anyway. They look so cute.
The lilies that are in here are also going in.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So on the right hand side we've got Tropical King of the Blues.
Is she going in, is she? Lily?
Yep, Lily's going in. There's 3 of them actually.
Yeah, they look beautiful.
Tropical King of the Blues, and then we've got Maliacea chromatella, which is a bog standard yellow, and then a Pygmaea rubra on the left hand side. So 3 nice different colorations, 3 different leaf sizes, 3 different leaf styles.
And I noticed they're sending out the lily pads.
Yep.
This one is. Are you trimming those, or are you going to let them do it?
We'll want them to hit the surface.
You do?
Yeah. We want it to look as Amazonia as possible.
Yes.
So we want lily pads up on the surface, dappling the light that's going down.
Yeah, it'll give it that like greeny canopy as well, especially with the bright lights that are going on it. So that'll work really well.
Yeah.
Instead of floating plants as well. You know, I mean, we've got some floating plants, haven't we? So
yeah, we can certainly put some floating plants on.
It'll all add.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have got aqua soil in the mesh bags. You might even notice these round things. Martin is going to explain to you what they are.
They are what we would normally sell as lily fertiliser for ponds. It's just a really, really highly dense clay ball that's packed full of nutrients. So essentially works like root tabs, just
bigger scale. Right, so we've got the soil here, and this is the area that we need to fill out right at the back. So there's the front of the tank, right in the back here. Plonk it in, and they're half filled, which means that when you lay them down, they cover more surface area. I think we've got enough here. Now we've kept a load of sand left over as well that we can put over the top, and we've got more rocks and more gravel as well, so we can tie it all in nicely. There we go, look, all filled in. Not really putting anywhere else, but we can put more of those lily tablet things in any of the gaps where we want to put, say, some Amazon swords. We want a nice bit of Ludwigia in the middle section as well, plus we've got the lilies. But I just need to cap all of that now. Just adding some coarse gravel to this back area. It's going to grip the Vallisneria a little bit more, but also it's just going to add thickness as well. And then underneath, all the nutrients are definitely not locked down. Oh! Now it looks a bit odd like that, so stick some more stones in. This whole area will just get filled in anyway with the Val. What are we thinking so far, Martin? Happy with it? Anything you need?
I am very happy with it. It looks really smart. I don't like that pile of wood in that back left-hand corner.
I mean, I kind of do, just it's not straight. But like, if we bring it, we need to start adding some wood in.
Yeah.
How we want it to trail. We've got some good pieces there. That's gonna give it more of a 3D vibe rather than just 2 islands plonked. So let's just do that. Time lapse complete. That looks awesome. I think that went very well.
It did go very well.
Well directed.
Very well directed. You had 3 directors on the outside. You nearly ruined it.
Everyone helped.
You stuck.
Yeah, I got stuck. I tried to step over this one piece. It caught me, and I nearly ripped the whole thing up. But like, you can really see the depth now. That back section there, all the gravel is. I mean, eventually the valve is just going to creep and go everywhere in there, so it'll be like a refuge area. The front bit's going to stay nice and clear. I kind of want to start planting, but we've run out of time.
Yep.
Next episode. So yeah, next episode we're going to be planting everything up, making some small adjustments as we need to.
We need to glue some stuff in place as well.
Glue, yeah, we need to glue all of that in place because there's quite a lot to glue. But we can fill the tank up then as well. That'll be interesting. It's probably going to be very murky. But you know, it'll clear, especially
fine.
Does that filter have like fine floss in it and stuff?
No.
Okay, so
no, it's literally just K+ media, so it's K1 with K1 micro sat in the middle of it.
Well, so we can get a power head in there or something with a little filter on, that'll be fine. But yeah, okay, yeah, looking forward to the next one. See you soon. This is a sound check. Sound check, Martin.
Mic check 1 2.
No, don't face down.
Mic check 1 2.
No, don't face down.
Mic check 1 2.
We are back. It's episode 3. Look what Martin has done.
I was busy.
So yeah, it's episode 3. It's day 3 technically, but also it's not because
it's Monday.
It's Monday, so it's day 7 since the start. We did the first 2 days back to back. Then we had to wait for the lighting, and Martin had to build all of this. Let me show you it.
There's not much to talk you through. It's some 4x2s, some 6x1s, some trellis work, loads of screws.
No, you've been busy. This is good.
Oh yeah.
It looks quality as well, Martin.
This was my day on Friday / Saturday morning, building all the framework up and over the top, putting the trellis work over the back. So we've got the 3 kessels mounted on the stringers that are running front to back.
Some people might want to know exactly. So what kessels are they, Martin?
They are A360X Tuna Suns.
Okay.
So there's a lot of numbers, a lot of letters.
Is that like a top one? Or is it?
Yeah, it's like top whack.
Okay. That's why it's blinding me.
Yep. But yeah, it's blinding bright. It depends on where you stand as well as to whether one of them looks really, really dim or not. But they're actually all on the same brightness, which is cool.
Yeah, I've got you, yeah. As you come across, this one sort of, yeah. But that's fine because we have got all of these Monstera down here and they're going to sort of shade some of it. Some of it's going to peek through, create like really cool like light rays.
We have a couple of cool things as well. So we're going to try growing an alocasia out the top of the stump on the right-hand side. So that right-hand stump there is like completely hollow in the top. So we've got a bag of hydroleca over on the counter.
A bag of what?
Hydroleca. So it's like a clay pellet that you use for hydroponics.
I know, I've seen
it can absorb water up and it provides a constant source of water for it, but it doesn't overwater it for you.
Okay, perfect.
Alongside that, we've got some little orchids that we'll glue onto the wood, see what they do. Yeah, they're just little baby Phalaenopsis.
I tried doing like an orchid thing and everyone's like, that's not an orchid, which was right. I got it wrong for some reason because everyone was saying, you know, you can't put the roots in water.
Yeah, so they like humidity, but they don't like being wet. So if we can get them, like the water level is going to be sat right on the underside of the bracing bar here. So when you look at that piece of wood, like pretty much where it comes down in that V, you've got that weird like ridge line. The top of that ridge line is pretty much going to be where the water level is going to sit. So everything out over the top of it, we've got gap to play with.
Can you like glue like an epiphyte with it, or
okay? Yeah, it's just a case of like when you look at them, they're just in like a sphagnum moss plug. So all you've got to do is just pull the roots out, straighten them out, get all the sphagnum moss off, and then it gives you a bare base almost like you would with a Anubias or a Java fern.
So it receives water still from the roots, but it just wants it from moisture in the air, not
exactly
like flood, like I guess suffocating it with water because
you'd be drowning it.
Yeah, drowning it. That's the word. Opposite of suffocate. No, is it? I don't know.
I suppose drowning is probably a form of suffocation.
It is, yeah. Anyway, so we've got that all set up. The trellis work is there. What we've also got that's going to be cool is me and Matt did this. Have we spoke about Matt? Because people give me sticks and
they keep asking whether I'm his brother or his cousin as well. We are not related in any way, shape or form. We've just known each other for, 2024. I met him first in about 2008, and we've both got just very, very similar mannerisms.
Yeah, you sort of like adapted it to each other to create one monster.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a monster. We're quite nice. We're quite pleasant.
No, but people keep saying, like, well, where's Matt? Where's Matt? Well, you did speak to him, didn't you, about doing this?
Yeah, I spoke to him about coming in to give us a hand to do it. He was happy for us to just do it with MD. In lieu of him not coming in to give us a hand to do this one, he's going to give us a hand to do some of the off-system stuff.
So on Matt's channel, we'll be doing...
We've got the Aquarium that's here.
This one, which is a beautiful tank. Me and Matt did it before with the pea puffers, didn't we? Was it this one?
No, it was a different one. So the one
actually, yeah.
It was here.
Yeah.
But it was the Fluval Sienna that's now over in that back corner.
That's right, yeah. This is bigger, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 100 litres bigger.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Matt's going to come and give us a hand to do this one.
Yeah, so that's right. Everyone can get their mat fixed. But I said to him as well one day, I said, oh, we're doing that. Da, da, da. Yeah, come on in. So, but, you know, he's busy. But yeah, my point was, when we did this one, we put this in afterwards, the, what is it, Pothos?
Yeah, Pothos, Epiphrynum, Devil's Ivy.
Devil's Ivy, a million different names.
Yeah.
But look at it now. It trails all the way round here, all the way down here, and back on itself. We've got other pieces. So we're thinking, won't we, Martin?
Yeah.
It can
spin
stay
at 180
in,
degrees.
but keep it in.
And then grow them up.
Go straight up, and it can come all the way across, like the front at the top, and maybe a bit will come down here as well. So that's that front section covered with greenery. The back section's going to have these, you know, the massive Monstera as well. So I think we're sorted in that area for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, the back left is not going to be Monstera. The back left's going to be something different.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be some Amazon swords, which is... Owen has actually ripped them out of the tank down the front.
Immersed Amazon swords? Yeah. Oh, wicked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, partially. The actual crown will be underwater, but the leaves will be up and out the water.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's going to look wicked. And they'll flower like crazy, won't they?
Hopefully.
And creep.
They might not creep.
Mine do.
They tend to find that they normally drop down and then almost like a spider plant.
But I was meaning, if you wanted it to, you could trellis it.
Yeah, if we wanted to, we could almost put like a shallow trough of soil across the very back, get it to drop its first runner into that, and then let it go from there.
Mine grow out of... I've got a pot. It sent out the runner with the flower, and now that trails right around, not even in water. So there's like flowers dotted all around it. So you can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they do in the where they grow it in the greenhouses. They use the mother plant, don't they? And they just keep snipping off all those runners.
Yeah, they wait for the flower stem to come up, let it flower, and then break off the runners as they start producing babies. So yeah, we've got them hiding in a sump. So
today, what we want to do is get all the planting done.
We need to do some gluing.
Oh, sugar. I may have to go back to the studio. I forgot the reacting agent.
Well, that was silly, wouldn't it?
Which is not a massive problem. It's just that it'll just speed up the process so much more. We can just glue it anyway and just wait and put some little rocks on and stuff. I mean, that will still work.
Yep.
Because by the time we get to the point where we're done and filling...
Oh, yeah, it's not going to be till this afternoon, really.
Yeah, it should be stuck by then anyway.
Yeah, at which point the glue should have gone off, so yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'd rather do that. Okay, but let's show everyone the plants and stuff that we've got.
It's like a field of green.
The plant delivery come in, didn't it?
Yeah, so it came in on Thursday. I got Owen to separate out some stuff for us. So we've got some nice hairy Amazon swords. You've got some Argentinensis Amazon swords, which is that big guy over on that far right-hand side. You can see all his roots. There's a little one that's Owen planting one of the lily pots at the moment as well. We've then got some Ludwigia glandulosa, some Limbophilia, Heterophilia, and some Hydrocotyl Luciophala.
Nice.
There is also a ball of Nomophilia coriambosa, Hygrophilia coriambosa, depending on who you want to talk to. That hasn't come from anyone else. That's actually come from my tank at home. But it's just a massive ball of it that would probably sit in the top of the left-hand stump. Wow. And then we've got the lilies.
There's plenty because it's all going to grow. It's all going to get bigger. And we still want to be able to see the fish.
Haven't put the Vallis down there either.
No, oh yeah, we've got all the Vallis.
Yeah,
we got to take that out.
Yeah, the Vallis are all over that side. So.
Oh, you're not taking it from there?
No, we'll leave the 8 foot intact for the moment, and then we'll use fresh pots.
Okay, what we got? Yeah, so then it's going to grow in, isn't it?
All of that stuff down that far end. So once we split it all out, we should be able to checkerboard it across that back soil section.
Yes, and then when after it's all filled up and come back in like a couple of months' time for the final shots.
Fingers crossed, we'll have a field of Vallis.
Oh, we will. Well, I suppose it's plant prep time, isn't it?
It really is. This is the Argentinensis that came out of that front display tank. That growing out of that back left-hand corner.
Oh,
I'm not going to let go of it properly because the stems are just going to go everywhere.
Yeah, we might need to
prop it up a little bit.
Yeah,
might need a steak.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm very hungry.
I like T-bone.
If we wait till later, there might be other stuff all in there then, or we can just use against some wood.
Well, so I ad-libbed a little bit in the back left.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it looked wicked.
Yeah, so the 13cm plant baskets. I was thinking we'll plant the Amazon swords up into that.
Yep.
We then got the rock work around the front to disguise it. We've still got some pebbles there to drop in amongst it to help blend it back. Keep the very, very back section clear because there was a comment that I saw about mold building up underneath the boxes.
Okay.
So what we've got is we've got two 90-degree jets, they're going to be shooting straight down, which will keep it all nice and clear.
Keep turning it up.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Everything is covered.
Nearly.
So we've got to get plant prepping now.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just crack on with that. It's not that many.
No.
But
we've got the Vallis as well, which I haven't got out yet.
We've got the Vallis. Oh, yeah, there's quite a few.
And then the lilies. We'll probably want to strip the lilies out of the pots. So, yeah, there's plenty to do.
Are we gluing first, though?
Yeah, I'll let you get in and glue. I'll strip it down.
I'll get in and do the glue. Yeah, all right,
I'll
good
let you
shout.
get high.
That's a good shout. Right, we ran into our first snag. So the glue, this glue is like the gel form. And if you've got small pieces of wood, you can just use that to sort of tack it. But these are much, much bigger. So I've needed to just rush out, went and got some of the super glue liquid style, and then then you use your tissue as well, pack it into any gaps, and then just soak the whole thing in the liquid, press down a little bit, and you get a little reaction, some smoke comes up, and it's instantly hard. So that's the way we're going to have to do it on this one. And it also means we don't have to worry about anything floating either.
I didn't realise you had all that tissue in your pocket. You're like a magician.
I went and grabbed it from the toilet. Okay, so me and Martin were just chatting, and that's all of the wood glued down now, which is always the most boring part of any build, but everything's securing in. We're just saying how I really like this light, rock area over this section, and it contrasts to the wood so well. And we have still got the basket over the other side. It's on show quite a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how quickly the Vallis will grow to cover it, so it'd be nice to get some element of rock work up over the face of it just to give it a bit of disguising from the get-go.
Don't know if you can tell on camera, but yeah, there's like the box there, but then also on this side as well, isn't it, Martin?
Yeah, like up in this back right-hand corner.
There's a big gap there as well. So if we can just get some rocks piled in, like just balancing on themselves for that height, and again, it's going to add the contrast, but also hide it. Eventually, you're not really going to see it anyway, but it makes it look good straight away from the start then, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I've just noticed there's a really natural-looking superfish in there as well.
Yeah, that one's staying.
Yeah. He's glued to the sand now. He can't go anywhere.
Modern sort of fish keeping. Don't stand on the sticks. Ow!
You right?
Yeah.
Head?
Don't forget. See, when I was jumping around it before, it was fine because it didn't matter if I knocked anything, but now everything's in place. I got it, just about. Right, yeah, so I want it to go in here, look, and then we can hide it all.
Yes. Yeah, because literally it almost just needs to follow the curve of the piece of wood. It doesn't need to go all the way to the back.
No.
So I reckon if you go with that one sat that way up, maybe.
Yeah. There we go, that's lodged in. Does that look all right, or do we need more here, or?
No, I think it does need a bit on the left-hand side.
See, this is what's great having several eyes, because I'd have to get out now.
And then we got those two. We might need another couple of bits as well. Well, maybe.
Make sure it's secure, so it's not going to fall against the glass at all. Enough, or?
Yeah, it's that awkward top edge, isn't it?
This bit, you mean?
Yeah. If I give you that little boy, the V between those two top stones, get him lodged in there, that would just disguise that bit.
I think that's about as good as we're going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that long one that we've got on the top at the moment,
yeah.
If you spin him round and bring him across the top of those ones, that will then just, if you bring it so that it's ever so slightly forward of it, the shadow of it should then just disguise that very, very last bit, that top edge.
But I mean, that's pretty much there, Mark. I don't know if you can see this corner from...
But you can't see it looking straight on. And then there's barely anything sticking out on that top corner now.
Plus, there's going to be plants, remember, so it's going to be shaded here.
Yeah, I suppose the roots from the monstera will come down over the top.
Yeah, we can stick them in that gap. Job done.
Big brain thinking. I haven't cut a piece of wire for this yet.
So, cut. No, yeah, so everything's in. We've got the extra rocks there. Look at that little overhang. That looks absolutely great. And then we've got some more rocks this side, just covering it up as well. So we're ready for planting. Whilst I've been doing that, Martin's been prepping a lot of different swords and things here.
We got all of the stuff that's going down into the bottom and the epiphytes up on the top. So all the lilies, all the Ludwigia, the hydrocotyl, the limnophilia, the vallis, and then the orchids and the alocasia that are going up on that piece of wood right up there. And then I'm just building some beautiful flower pots with some Amazon swords in. some nice pond soil.
So that's a pond-style basket, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, so pond-style basket, and then I've used an Awar's fabric, flexible in a pot, essentially, just to make sure that none of the soil disperses out through the side.
Filling it up with the soil, and then
capping it off with some scatter gravel.
Nice.
To make sure
it's
it doesn't
going to
leach.
lock it. Yeah. Ideal. So that's going to work a treat. All of that's contained. It's not going to get in the water column at all. And then for the Monstera, well, we'll get to the Monstera when we get to the Monstera, but we've decided there's no way we can use all of this, which is a shame. But it would take over. I mean, it would look epic both sides, Martin, but we can't really now.
No.
And we want to be able to showcase the beautiful
you want to be able to
Amazon
see the swords. So, yeah.
And that's going to get big as well. Like,
yeah. I mean, like, you look at the height of it now.
Well, I can't put it in like that, Martin. Hey.
Can we not grow it from the ceiling? Hang on. Let me turn it over then.
That is a beauty.
So that's at the floor. So that's up to my hip. So that's easily 3
And that
foot.
is going to be sitting level with that sort of rock.
Yeah.
So that's coming right out.
Yeah.
Oh, and it will spread a little bit as well.
Yeah, it will spread a little bit. We've got a second one of this as well, which is still over there. Yeah, it's
nice.
not quite as big.
But that's okay. If we put them both next to each other, it'll give a...
That little baby one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
but look, it's already on its way.
Yeah, it's already on its way. So.
Yes. Oh, that's going to be cool. Actually, it will be nice to have 2 completely different plants going crazy either side. So yeah, sticking that one in. And then all these Amazon swords, they're already immersed growth, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, because they've been in water, haven't they? But not long enough to
They've been in water since Thursday, so they've had a little bit of time to get wet. They should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, they should be, yeah.
And initially, they will be fully submerged, and then as they start growing, they'll get right up to that water surface.
Yeah, and they'll just start sending out. And once an Amazon sword leaf sort of gets to the surface, it sort of changes, starts sending off really, really tall ones because it knows where the surface of the water is, and it's reaching for that natural CO2 in the air and the higher light. So that's going to take off.
Oh, yeah.
Have we got swords to put in and amongst as well, or are we not doing that?
No, we weren't going to do that.
Okay.
No.
Fair enough.
I mean, if we want to do, we can. We've got some really, really nice ones over there at the moment. We've got some Hormani Red.
Okay.
Which is a completely different leaf shape.
I'm trying to see you through this.
It's like we're in the jungle.
Yeah. Different leaf shape, yeah.
It's a completely different leaf shape, and the mature growth on it comes out, and it's a really, really deep, like, maroon colour. So it's a really stunning plant.
Especially with this lighting, Martin.
Yeah.
Every single plant here is going to look immense. It's going to get its full sort of punchy colours as well. So we'll just see how it looks. If it needs anything, we can add it. If it doesn't, we don't have to.
No, that's the joys of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right, where do you want to start?
Yeah, I should probably explain. Right, we've got the immersed plants going in now. Martin's prepped them all, like we said, in the baskets. Let's just get them in.
I think if we stick that one down in this bottom corner here.
Yeah.
Because then he'll sit underneath the bracing bar to start with, and then he can grow up through that.
So like we're saying, it's already submerged in water, but it's so near the surface that it's going to quickly try and grow out. This one's definitely out.
Can go there. He's currently wired in just to give him some support whilst
it's converting. Yeah.
And then that one should then sit in beside him.
Cool. And then we're covering this whole area. I think that's fine. It'll just it'll grow towards the light anyway, upwards. Yeah. And all these other Amazon swords as well, they're all going to grow out of it. So this whole section will be covered as well. But the other one's going to be like even bigger.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you look at it, like that one is the same species as that.
Yeah.
Then you look at the height of that one already; it's already up, nearly up to the height of the Kessel. So yeah, they'll be spot on.
Yeah. So we'll have one section that's not as big as the other, and I think that will work.
Yeah.
Better visually rather than just a big wall. Eventually, it's all going to merge in.
Oh yeah, eventually.
Not for like. I've got to be so careful now. Everything's stuck in, and I keep thinking I'm going to hit it. All right, and then should we start planting?
Yeah, do you want to do the Vallis first across the back?
Why not?
Because then the back's pretty much all done.
I've got a pile of rocks here.
Oh, we're going to use that as infill.
Oh, yeah.
So I think just drop some down in amongst the gaps in there just to disguise that top edge.
Merges it all a little bit better as well.
Yep.
There you go.
Put that down in there.
I need a big one there.
Swap those two.
Good?
Voila.
There you go. Section done. Easiest planting ever because you did all the prep work.
There's only 2 left.
We've got to use the 2, haven't we? Oh, perfect. He's going to go for it. Hey!
Done.
Thank goodness that bit of wood didn't break off. So now there's a selection of plants. We're going to start with a Val, which is... It looks like not a lot now. It's all been taken out, but...
Believe it or not, that was 16 pots.
So I'm going to spread those all about in this section. And if you remember last episode, we put all of the nutrients basically in this whole back area. The rest is currently not an active substrate, but over time and poop and stuff getting down into it, it will become immersed.
Yep, we're going to chuck some root tabs in as well.
Get some root tabs in, it's gonna flourish. Yep. But this is the main nutrient area, and the valve will also try and creep from there into the other areas as well, so that'll look cool, just doing its own thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll just get planting, it's gonna take a while. So we can't see too much right now, but all the Vallicin areas in at the back. We've got a lily in this section, which so when the water's in, it should.
Yeah, we've got the tropical blue lily that's down in here, so I'm really looking forward to that one. It's already got a leaf that's shooting off of the surface. You've got a Pygmaea rubra that we've tugged down in amongst the rockwork down in there. They've both got some fertiliser balls in around them to give them some nice juice going. There's then a little bit of Amaliacea chromatella, so it'll be a nice yellow flower that's at the bottom of the stump down there. We've got one left to go in, but he'll go over that side somewhere when we get to that side.
So we've got a nice spread then, because you tend to, in a big tank, if you've got something one side, it needs to be a hint of it the other side. Otherwise, it doesn't look as natural with just pockets.
Nope.
It's more like a Dutch style thing, isn't it, where it's in its own zones.
Yep.
And then we've also got little shoots of
Limnophilia. So MD's done the bits over that side and amongst the bottom of that one, and then we've got the stuff smack bang in that little hole down in there, so it'll shoot up that left-hand side of that trunk.
Yeah, and it's going to grow fast. It can be trimmed and then trimmed. It can be trimmed and then replanted if need be. But we were just saying, in a natural setting like this, Limnophilia does look really good, just as like that one piece that dots up every now and again. You do see it like that when you look at it underwater.
Yeah, you don't see, like, everyone looks at the like Dutch style planter tanks where you've just got stem plants from the front to the very back and thinking it looks really natural. In reality, it's just like a single strand.
Yeah.
You just get one bit of it that bolts for the surface. I mean, when you look at a lot of the environments that they're coming from quite turbid water, so there's not a great deal of light penetration. So yeah, you just get one bit that shoots up to the surface and away it goes. So.
Yeah, and it'll just look a lot more natural. And like we said, we've dotted some that side, we've dotted some this side. Moving on now to...
I think Ludwigia next, so you can get some colour.
And that's what it's saying. Is it super red, or is it just red, or is it...
So this is just glandulosa. So it will have
glandulosa.
You have that really nice
sort of red
coloration on the bottom.
The top will go very red because of these lights.
Yeah, depending on the sort of strain you get and depending on what fertilisation you get, and the lighting over the top will depend on the final coloration.
Yeah.
Like dim lighting, you generally tend to stay like that. In this lighting, let's face it, it should come out like crimson.
I think it will. It's going to be reaching for it. So we want that. I think we want that like to be on show, like in these gaps.
Oh yeah, like down in this gully down here. Like there's this little pocket down here in front of that lily.
That looks awesome.
There's the pocket down that side there as well.
Yeah.
And then we can probably, if we keep the Ludwigia this side, we've then got the Hydrocota, which can then go that side.
Yeah, and that will just spread amongst all the roots as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With a hint of it, I think, like I say, you've got to sort of keep it kind of like, if we go majority there of each plant, we still need a hint of it each side, or it might look odd.
Tied in.
Yeah. All right. Next phase, and then I think we're pretty much there, aren't we? Anyway, we've got the Monstera to sort.
It's just the Monstera to sort, which I've got that tub there, which we'll see if it will fit up on that
this
crate.
One.
It might not.
We might need to prop one side so it's not at an angle, but we can make that work.
Yep.
Okay. Right, we've done all of the planting now. It doesn't look as heavily dense as what I do, but the whole point is that we've got months and months for it to grow in. This tank's going to be here for a long time, so you know it's going to go nuts even with what we've got here. We've gone for the hydrocotyle here because there's some little gaps in the wood. It's not in the substrate, but it will creep everywhere and look brilliant. Martin's Hygrophila, what Hygrophila is it?
It's Coriambosa.
Coriambosa is in a gap there, so it's going to grow out of the water, but also it will grow in the water. Just covers that section because we did have that gap there where you can see the black. Corner. Yeah, now you can't see it at all, so that's worked out brilliantly.
Perfect.
And now it's the alopecia.
Not alopecia, alocasia.
Alocasia, which we want to put
right in that tree stump.
See? So does that go right down, Martin? I can't see from here.
I don't think there's an end to it. No, sorry, I think there is an end to it.
Yes, there is. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, okay. So it doesn't just continue down into the void of the tree.
No.
I think it comes down to about this sort of depth on the inside of it.
So what was it? The stuff you're putting in?
We've got Hydrocota, which is I won't pull all of that out. That was a lot. This sort of stuff. So it's a clay ball essentially. It's used in hydroponics for growing pretty much anything. Like people grow chili plants and tomato plants out of it.
Like a tougher aqua soil, I guess. Because it's still nutrients, isn't it?
No, so this doesn't have any nutrients.
It's just the water.
It's a baked clay, so it's literally just there to absorb water through. So obviously, where it's going, the wood will obviously absorb the water through to it. The hydrolacquer will then absorb the water up and into it, but it will keep it drained, but keep it moist.
Okay, do we need nutrients as well, or has it already got it attached to its roots?
It has got some attached to its roots, but I have still got a bucket of pond soil that we could put a handful in.
Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt. No, yeah, extra. Okay.
Awesome.
So soil going in. Grab a handful. Try not to spill it all over the tank. Stick that in.
Mind your hand on the inside. It's probably quite spiky. And then we'll do the layer of hydrolacquer over the top of it.
And then the hydrolacquer as well.
Yeah, and this we can fill all the way to the top of the hole. And we might just need to follow it out a little bit to get the get the plant in.
It feels like you know when you had like those like chocolate boulders as a kid for cereal.
Yeah.
Nesquik.
Nesquik cereal. Yeah. I used to love Nesquik cereal.
Me too. Only for the milk at the end.
Oh yeah. Same with Cocoa Pups. Pops.
Cocoa Pups.
Cocoa Pups.
I think you should be eating those.
No.
I think that's enough because by the time I've hollowed it out, it's going to come to the edges.
Yep.
Okay, let's try and get this to work. I definitely think I shouldn't have put that much in because I need to put some on top of it to lock it in. Try and get those roots in as much as possible. They're going to work their way in, aren't they? Though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, if you've got some more of the, this hopefully will hold up. If not, I'll have to take it all out and try that again. Hey!
Voila!
And then it'll just lock itself in when it
yep.
and grow towards the light. Just another element, isn't it, really? Yeah. Looks cool. Nice, let's fill her up.
We've got the orchids to put in yet?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is all the planting done.
For the moment.
Yeah, for the moment.
We've got one thing to do that's
We've got one thing. All planting, I mean like planting.
Oh, yeah.
My back is killing just because you've got to stay bent over the whole time, so you're constantly tense for like an hour straight. Then you've got these beasts beaming down, 90 watts each. Yes, bit of heat.
It is winter. I want to make sure you're not getting cold.
Yeah. I mean, it's always hot in here, Martin, let's be honest. Yeah. But yeah, that looks cool. I mean, like at the moment, it's not like full-on vibrant packed of green, but I can just see what's going to happen. Yeah. Like I can see
the Ludwig is going to shoot up through, the lily's going to shoot up through, the hydrocotyl is going to bang out everywhere.
Once, yeah. So this area here is going to get covered in no time and just look like this grown-in tree stump that's fallen. And then this one over the rocks will creep as well. It'll creep wherever it wants. Oh, it looks so cool. I want fish in it now.
Not yet.
Even with just what we've got coming out the top, that looks great.
Yeah.
So it's going to transform in a second.
Yep.
So we've got the pot down here, Martin, yeah?
Yeah, so we're going to use this trough here. We'll do a nice layer of hydrolacquer in the bottom of it, good layer of pond soil over the top, and then we'll make a choice in a moment as to which Monstera we use.
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning towards the one in the front pot because it's a bit flatter, so it's probably going to be a little bit easier to work with because the stems are a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's got some nice growth on it as well, actually, some fresh.
Yeah, and like with this brand spanking new leaf that came out last week. He's
brilliant.
Epic.
Okay, cool. How are we going to get it out of that pot? We're going to have to cut it open. It's probably pot bound, isn't it?
I hadn't crossed that bridge yet. Probably, it's probably just going to be a case of cut the pot out. I mean, it's in a pot in a pot.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a black circular pot that's on the inside.
We might better just yank it off.
Potentially, yeah.
We'll give it a go. Oh my goodness, Martin has decided to start filling. So whilst we're sorting out the Monstera, he's plugging the hose. Where would you is there an area you just plug it in and it comes out of the...
Yeah, so underneath the system there where our shrimp are, there's actually a tap. So hose lock quick connector, clip them on, roll the hose out where we want it to be. I reckon if we drop the position it so that the hose is filling into this back corner because we've got the open top on the crate where the Monstera is going to be going. It's then not going to disturb any of the sand and mess anything up that we've just done. So
that's why I usually like to have an area in my tank that's like got all the coarse gravel on top, and then I use that as my filling point all the time, and it just disperses it, and you don't get gunk going everywhere.
What I'll probably end up doing, because this will water change the same way as our systems, I'll probably end up sorting an auto top up out on it, which I'll probably rig up roughly in line with the 6x2 that's joining the trellis. Yeah. That means I can build a box around it to disguise it.
Okay, yeah. And then it's always going to stay at that nice level because when you haven't got a lid on your tank and it drops, it does spoil it quite a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's less maintenance.
Yeah.
Oh, we're filling. Someone was just saying hello to me, recognised from the videos, and I'd completely lost track. We're already filling, and guess what? It's clear. It is clear. It's clear, isn't it, Aaron? Aaron appeared on the last video for 2 seconds, and he got scared and ran away. And that's enough. You don't want any more, do you, Aaron? Okay, so yeah, we're filling.
Oh,
so
we're already that deep.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this won't take as long as we thought.
It might not.
What we'll do is we'll get the Monstera in. I'll go take you for some lunch somewhere. We'll go and have that. Have a beer or something.
Oh, no. No beer for me today.
Cocktail.
Strong whiskey.
We're going to get some... No beer, I'll have the whiskey. And we'll come back, and it should be looking pretty decent by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right, let's get the Monstera in. Right, so we need to see... We need to get this out, so just... I don't want to rip the stems.
Give it a go.
No, easy.
Ah, piece of cake.
Although it's...
There's one root, look.
Oh, there's one... Oh, I see. We can cut that off, can't we? Oh, there we go. Cool. Now, that needs to fit in the pot, so...
It's a different shaped pot as well, so this is going to be fun.
We might need to cut. We're going to have to cut and cut.
Yeah, I
reckon so. With the scissors. So we can just shave off some edges and a flat bit, and then it should, only a little bit.
Yeah.
That should go in.
Yeah.
Woo. You did such a fantastic job. Thank you, Aaron, for filming. That was brilliant. I gave him the camera and I said, just point and shoot. And the first thing he did was turn it off like this. So I was going to trim with the scissors the soil, but Martin's decided we need something a bit more heavy duty.
Yeah.
Is this from your private collection?
No, this actually belongs to the shop. Yeah. I felt like we hadn't used enough tools in this episode.
Yeah, true.
So
100%.
I was getting withdrawal symptoms.
But that will work much better. So yeah, you do need a massive saw to cut through soil, don't you?
Definitely.
So yeah, it needs to come off, like squared off, doesn't it? Yeah. It's when you go straight through the main stem. That'll be fine. Oh, she's cutting beautiful. It's like carving bread. It's not as much roots as I thought there would be.
Not quite as tasty as bread.
That's true. Yeah. I thought there would be way more rootage in that, but then I suppose a lot of it was coming from...
Yeah, a lot of it was up over the water surface.
What are these ones called then, Martin, that come off?
Air roots.
Air roots, OK. Yeah. But they can still go in water, can't they?
Yeah, so if you look at the very end of that one, I think it is, you can see where that bottom section... So recently, these have been sat over the top of our koi pond, so... This bit here, where it's nice and white, that's the bit that had been dropped down into the koi pond, and then all of that really nice white tufty stuff that's coming off the bottom is all the nice little musky
It's so
roots.
clever, isn't it, how it just converts in a random part of the plant and sends off all the finer ones in the water just to like nutrient uptake.
That should fit.
Yeah, I think that'll fit now. We've hollowed it out a bit in here so that it can sit right inside, which hopefully it will do.
My line's in the way.
How are we going? We'll probably press down, won't it? Because we want it quite compact. Yeah, otherwise it's just going to hang.
Yeah.
I think that works, Martin. It's going to spread over a massive area, which is exactly what we want, just covering that whole bit. And it can be pinned where it needs to as well, just to make sure it doesn't just flop in. Tank filling progress has stalled, but Martin thinks it's now filling up the water reservoir for the pump, the filter. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully it's not just draining.
There's no puddle on the floor.
Oh, I thought you were saying there was then, the way you said that. No, I was like, what? I looked down.
And there's nothing. It's dry.
Have you checked for puddles?
There's only one puddle, which I've got a bucket underneath, but that's nothing to do with the tank.
Okay.
It's to do with the tap instead, so
okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. Monstera planted and ready. Went smoother than we thought. Definitely. I thought it was going to be such a pain getting out of that bucket, but thankfully not. We now need to get it probably up and in from that back corner. I can get in there, which I probably should have done before it got wet. The back area is still dry though, so I can get back there. We can see how it's sitting. We can pin it when we need to as well. Well, this is the first time I've stepped back to see it because I just did everything in the tank. Couldn't really see. That looks insane. This looks like a zoo exhibit, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much what we were aiming for.
It was, wasn't it? We were thinking, let's go big on everything. You know, like we've said, it was all well and good having big pufferfish and stingrays. It doesn't really show it what you can replicate at home because who's got, like, even this tank we're saying is just on the limit, isn't it?
Yeah, we were talking to a customer earlier, like when you look at Buster, when he went, we measured him and he was 66 centimetres. So realistically, this tank was probably just about big enough. Ideally, you would probably want 3.5, 4,000 litres worth of water rather than the 2.5 that we've got in there. So,
but now we're replicating on a bigger scale the sort of thing you can do at home for the customers to see. The fish going in there, again, is fish that they can actually have. Yeah. Especially with the numbers we've got, there's 400 phantom tetras. That's going to be insane.
480, actually.
Oh! Yeah, that's going in the title.
Don't forget the 80.
But yeah, right, we can carry on filling up now.
Yep.
Cool. Right, we've had lunch. It's been about 40 minutes and we've gone up this much. But that does mean by the end of the day...
We're nearly 8 inches deep in water, so...
Yeah, by the end of the day
another,
we'll be done.
What?
2-3 hours.
My brain didn't want to work. Another 16 inches.
Okay, yeah.
So...
It's going to be filled today anyway, but I won't be here at that point.
Yep.
We have got one more thing to do though, and that is wrap the pothos all around. Yep. So let's try and do that. How are you thinking? Up here or from the back to the front? Sky hooks?
Yeah. We haven't had any sky hooks for a while.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Good try. But I've been caught with sky hooks before.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
I was about 17 years old working in an abattoir.
I thought I'd get you that one. Evidently
bucket
not.
of steam as well they had me getting.
That's a good one. Long wait. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We used to use that with the work experience guys in here. We used to send them to the garden centre for a long wait.
The tartan paint.
Yeah. Chocolate fire guard.
Yeah. Okay, so now we've got to loop it. Martin, come around here and direct me just to make sure I'm doing what we both think is suitable.
I think pretty much pull
straight up.
Straight up to this corner.
Straight up or wrap round?
I would bring it around the front face. And then drop it over the top. And then we're probably going to want a little bit of wire just to tie them onto that bit. And then looping back up and over again.
I could probably come a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, we can sort of pin it here, can't we? Oh, yeah, I can do it like that, Martin, look. And then I can loop the wire to there.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're done. Yeah. For now, well, half done.
Half done. It's not quite halfway. Aaron just pointed out that we're nearly halfway.
Yeah.
Need to go back there and then we're about halfway.
Yeah, but that's like the main bulk of it done. Yep. I like that it's filling
relatively
quite clear, you know. You can almost see to the back, and that's without any filtration on at the moment as well. So, yeah. So I'd love to be able to stay and watch it fill up with a nice time lapse, but I've got places to be and it's going to be hours yet. So Martin's going to stay a bit later.
Yep.
Make sure it's all running, get the filter going. But in the next episode, we're going to be putting some fish in.
Hopefully.
When will that be, would you say, Martin?
I reckon give it a good week to let it run through.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We can always crack open some special blend to get some live bacteria going straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon if we give it a good week, it gives the plants a little bit of time to get the roots in.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I'd say probably if we do the angels and the tetras first, get those guys in, and then give it another week or so because we've got a delivery turning up next Tuesday, which might have the geos on it.
Okay.
I say geos, they're not actually a geo, which kind of gives the game away as to what it might be.
Oh.
But
a teaser.
They'll be turning up next Tuesday, so we'll want them sat on the system for a good week or so in some treatment
just to make sure
they've got nothing. So we could be looking sort of middle of December for those guys, which sounds really long, really far away, but it's really not.
No, it's
Christmas in like 4 weeks.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So yeah, within a week, first fish will be going in. It'll be clear, and also all the plants will start to have new shoots coming off, like submerged growth as well. So hopefully the Monstera's taken in some fluids by then as well and isn't looking so thirsty.
Oh, he definitely looks thirsty.
Yeah, it'll be good. So yeah, make sure you're subbed and everything. You know, this is just really the starting journey of the tank, and I'll see you on the next one. So are you, Martin, yeah?
Ciao.
So I'm back at the shop with Martin. Is your mic all adjusted?
Hopefully. I should learn from that. I shouldn't look down when I say that, should I?
So this is my first time back in the shop since we're halfway full.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've not seen it. I've come straight around the corner. I've not seen it at all yet. I want like a proper, genuine reaction. And is it good?
It's crystal clear.
Oh, yes. That sounded like a but.
No but.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, cool. Lead the way, Martin. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that looks insane.
Yep.
That looks so good. Oh, my goodness, it looks so good. This is definitely the best thing that I've ever been involved with creating. Would you go with that?
That's good to hear. Yeah.
Would you agree as well for you?
Yeah, I would.
Although you did do your pond that everyone keeps talking about.
Everyone keeps asking me about updates for it.
Can you tell them why? Are we going to be updated on the pond, Martin? It's all on your
potentially.
hands.
I mean, the downside is we are now actually looking at moving house, so we might need to get stripped down in the next 12 months.
Bigger pond.
I know it won't be a bigger pond. Christ no.
Anyway, the tank. We're here for the tank. It just looks so good.
Yeah.
There's still a slight tint, obviously, because you've got so much bogwood in there.
Oh yeah, but compared to what it was, say I think we turned it on 2 o'clock last Monday.
By 5 o'clock, it was full.
Yeah.
We rinsed and backwashed the filter to make sure that none of the historic waste would have been left in there before we turned it all on.
Yeah.
And then moment of truth was about 5:15 last Monday.
Yeah, because you did send me a picture, and it was like
you could barely see past the front piece of wood here. It was insane. And that was just bacterial bloom and the tannins coming out from the wood. But yeah, there's still an ever so slight tint, which I'm not adverse to, for sure. I love black water tanks, and I love the appearance of black water. But we've hooked up a 407 on the side, which literally
which is a filter for people that don't know.
A Fluval 407, sorry, yeah. It's an external filter, but it's literally just got the set of vertical foams in it for a little bit of mechanical filtration, and then every tray is filled with carbon, bar the last tray, which has got a bit of polyester filter wool in for that last final little bit of polish.
Yeah, and it will get clearer over time, obviously, with water changes and things, but it's not in a point where I would say it's murky.
No.
We've already got the plant, the limnophila.
Oh yeah, that's already shooting. Yeah.
As suspected.
Yeah, that's already shooting. I spotted on the Ludwig has already got growth on it as well. Down here, you can see the new leaves at the very top of the stem,
which is great because it means it's getting enough light. If it's doing that, it's getting enough light. The lily pad,
tropical one, has got a nice lily pad on the surface there. Look. So that's the one that was there. That's the one it did have, but it was about this far underneath the surface.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you. I'm just excited. It's rude, but I can't help it. Right. Sorry.
I'll let you off.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. We had one slight issue.
Okay.
Well, I said one slight issue, a couple of issues. So the orchid that we originally put on this piece.
Oh yeah.
When we finished filling, it was way too close to the water, so that it was just getting waterlogged. So we've super glued him up onto the stump underneath the alocasia.
Nice.
One piece of hydrocotyl has been jettisoned from the pocket that we put in over there, but it's found a really nice place up beside the pot of the Monstera.
In the roots.
He'll do absolutely fine up there. And then, yeah, the alocasia looked a little bit sorry for itself a couple of days ago, but he's perked up really, really well today. So,
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, like you say, there's a slight droop, but it doesn't look like it's not getting enough water, which is the main thing when you move it.
We were looking at it yesterday, and we think it was just the stress of us obviously unpotting it from a nice pot of compost and potting it into the hydroleca, where it obviously didn't have a great deal of foothold, shall we say.
And obviously the roots have to convert from being in the nutrient-rich soil to what we've now got it in, and start uptake with nutrients from the water column instead of soil. So yeah, that's going to take a little bit of time.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it looks like I think we're past the point of full-on melt mode.
Yeah.
With the Vallisneira at the back.
With the Vallis, we pulled out maybe 4, maybe 5 leaves. That's about it.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we've had barely any melt on it, which is always good.
Yes, that's brilliant.
I haven't seen anything starting to shoot around the base just yet, but it's going to have another couple of weeks before anything that's going to start rooting around and digging around in there is going to go in there. So
I don't know if the camera can show, but we've got some little baby snails, which is good. We've already got snails in the tower. Are you a fan of snails, Martin? Because I'm a massive fan of snails.
In the right quantity, yes. They do a really good job.
See, I never find that they go too much because of how I feed, but then in a shop like this, there's a lot of feeding.
Yeah, when you... Generally, the issue we tend to find with a lot of people that get to sort of plate proportions is they're massively overfeeding.
Yeah.
The moment they dial that back and they do a bit of physical removal, like using a lettuce leaf floating on the surface of the water overnight and pulling it out in the morning, using bottle traps and stuff like that, you tend to find that once you get the population down and you maintain them in a sensible quantity, then yeah, they're really quite beneficial for an aquarium. They serve a purpose. So
I definitely I give a lot of praise to how well my tanks look because of them. You know, I don't think my studio would look as good as I've got it to without them. So yeah. Anyway, but of course we are here today for fish being added.
Yep.
Because what's this been? A week? A whole week?
Yeah. So literally today's Tuesday. So we filled it up last Monday. Everything was running on it last Monday. So everything's been cycling through. We haven't had any leaks.
Yes, because I forgot about that. I forgot. As we left, we were like worrying about that.
Yep. But yeah, we've seen no movement on anything. There's no water on the outside. The only issue we did have was Friday. We kind of got a little bit distracted when we did a water change on it, and we kind of forgot to turn the tap off. So we had a little bit of a puddle on the floor, but it was easily remedied. So
that's all right. That's fresh. That's just extra freshness going in. And the media and stuff inside of the filter, although it had dodgy stuff in there, it's still technically cycled and it's still got bacteria.
Yeah, I've got a bottle of special blend up there, which we'll dose the tank up with anyway.
Yeah.
Just to be on the safe side. Just so we've got some really good live bacteria. It's the same one that we've used in here. Like, I mean, you guys used it on the egg shirt. You used it on the...
Yeah, Martin's talking about this stuff, starter bacteria. Cool. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's fish up.
Yeah.
So what are we going with first, Martin? I don't know why I'm talking like that.
I have no idea. It sounded a bit creepy, to be honest.
Like a children's TV presenter.
What's behind the curtain? Yeah. We're going with essentially everything that we've got down there. We need to do a little bit of sifting out because there's a couple of rainbow fish that have dropped down from the top of the system.
Oh, I'll take them off your hands. That's all right.
But yeah, we've got the group of angels, the big group of black phantoms. There is also my green phantom, my little plec. We'll drop him up and in there as well because that will give us some grazing capability straight away as well. We'll get those guys in there today.
There is a lot of phantom tetras there.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take us to catch them all, but we'll see. I've got big nets. We've got some buckets to decant them into. So yeah, we'll just crack on, catch them, and then see where we get to.
I mean, like you say, that's a big net, so that's going to kind of swoop them into one place.
Yeah.
You've got two as well for the double net method. So yeah, if people don't know what that is, you use one to go one side, one the other, and they just sort of swim in for you.
Guide them into the net.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Right, we've been catching for quite a while now. There is still so many left down there.
I haven't seen the rainbow fish yet either, which is concerning.
Look at this bucket. This one's just getting full now. What's the other one like, Martin?
He's probably not too bad because he's a bigger bucket.
Yeah, but there's so many. I just said to Martin, we've got to release them all together. It'll be so cool, wouldn't it? Like, visually.
Yeah, that visual impact of all those guys going in at once.
Yeah.
Epic.
Right, we have all of the smaller fish. There, and there. That is a lot of fish, Martin.
It is a lot of fish.
Martin's just catching the green phantom pleco.
There's still an angel hiding down here as well.
Oh, there's one angel. Oh yeah, right on the back. Yeah,
I think I might need to grab that piece of wood out to grab him.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, that's a really nice pleco, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
I've grabbed him.
Just about see it on the bottom.
He's come from my tank at home.
Is that maximum size?
No.
Oh, that's
fully grown.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, there we go.
That's one of those proper beastie ones, yeah?
Not monstrously big. Like fully grown, they'll be about sort of 6 to 7 inches.
Yeah.
But he's just a really nice back. He's a high fin as well, so he should keep the coloration a bit more. Gotcha.
Good catch.
Should keep the coloration a bit more as he starts maturing. Where you tend to find if you get one of the shorter fins, they tend to dull out a little bit.
Can we have a look at him?
Yeah. If he wants to let go of a net.
Is a net there, is she?
She is today, yeah. Look at that.
They are cool. Yeah, just saying to Martin, I'm really interested in doing a full plec tank. And obviously, I can't just buy them and put in the tanks I've got at the moment because they will absolutely destroy them. So I'll do it so it's hardscape only, but with like really, really high flow from one side to replicate like fast flowing waters, which they'll love. But I get like special ones, get them when they're small, watch them grow up and enjoy them. I'm pretty sure Kate will have some favourites out of them as well. And I think it'll just be quite cool, you know. It's something I haven't done really, so really enjoy doing a tank dedicated to them. It doesn't matter if you've got to move some rocks and wood around, that sort of thing. But you know, lots of hiding spaces. You won't see them all the time, but when you do, it'll be exciting. Oh, you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh,
I've transferred them into one bucket because I thought if we're doing one single introduction, it'd be easier to do it from one bucket rather than three.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it'll look way better. But also, did you get out the rainbows?
I did, yes.
Was it 2?
There were 2, yeah. There was also a Corridorus.
Okay.
There was a little bronze corridor that was snuck in there as well. So, yeah, they've all gone back to join their relevant groups.
I thought you were putting them in there. No, we just need to turn off some of the lights and things because of the reflections.
Yep.
And we can put them in.
Yeah. Do you want the lights over the top off?
No. Oh, you mean, I don't know what you mean. Do you mean the ones over the tank?
Nah, we'll leave them on.
Oh, Martin's made a nice little sign with my logo on as well. That's nice. Nice little touch.
Either that or do you want me that side? Because then I'm not pouring them straight into the fry.
Yeah, but they'll go with it.
This is true.
We're just currently discussing thumbnail setup.
Yeah.
So if I come down
getting
here...
involved. Annette's not here.
Do I look like I'm in it?
Val's in the tank already.
You aren't in it, you need to come in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah? So, like, I'm not covering it up, but I'm in it.
Not covering it up, but you're in it.
This is so much easier with people helping. Okay. Cool.
You ready?
No. Hold that position. Right, we are in position. It is time.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm excited. I actually got a great view.
Just pour?
Yeah, I think, just pour. This is going to look insane. The most fish I've ever seen go in an aquarium in one shot. Whoa! There's still so many more. I can see right inside the bucket. That is absolutely nuts. There's still loads.
It's like clowns coming out of a clown car.
Whoa.
And there's still at least one hiding in there because the plaque hasn't come out.
That is awesome. Look at them. Look at them. You can't even... They're schooling amazing as well.
Two.
Oh, there we go. He's come out. Look at that. It's just a ball of fish. That's insane. Oh yeah, I forgot I could come round. Oh, they're using the play areas that we've created.
That's all right then.
Yeah, come back over. Come back over. Actually, not bothered by me at all. Oh, angels are all balled together as well, which is cool.
Apart from one.
Oh, there's just one.
Yeah, the lone angel.
This way, come on. Look at
Them
that.
come around that corner.
That's so good. Oh. Now we need some giant predators, so they stay like that schooling action.
Once the angels start getting bigger, then they'll serve that purpose for us.
Yeah, none of the fish are fully grown at all yet. Not even the black phantoms. They got, I'd say, about half. Would you, Martin?
Yeah, they're about half grown at the moment.
Cool. Yeah, you're getting some of the lighting come out. They were stressed because they've already changed colour from when you put them in.
Yeah.
You've got some really nice sort of luminescent areas, obviously, as you'd expect, but all of that becomes more pronounced as they get older.
Yeah.
These will grow fast as well because...
Oh yeah, in here, like they'll be feeding like troopers, and then they've just got so much space. They're all shoaling up in amongst the vallis over the back.
Oh look, they're doing a little circle. Oh, awesome. I'm just going to film them. There's nothing really to say. They're just awesome, and they're all going underneath the log. Look, they're all popping out this side, and then back around again. I mean, this is the best schooling action I've ever seen. I imagine this is something like the wild. I mean, you probably wouldn't get that many together in the wild, would you say, Martin?
You'd get more.
Would you really?
Yeah. Yeah. When you look at shoals of tetras, they'll be up in the thousands.
Really?
So 480, although it seems like a lot, really isn't.
No. I mean, it's a good amount for this size tank, 'cause obviously they're not in a river, but that is so, so cool. Angels look going up to the surface as well. Can't believe that. Oh, there's just two over here. This is our area. This is going to look so, so good as we progress as well.
Yep.
These are not the only fish we're putting in. Is this the only fish we're putting in today?
This is only what's going in today. Yeah.
Are we waiting on a delivery, aren't we?
We've got a delivery coming in this evening, which has got the earth eaters on it.
The secret ones.
So they're not overly secret. Someone in the comments guessed the genus, which is good. But yeah, they'll go into the sump. We'll let them settle in the sump for a week or so, just to make sure that they settle in all right and make sure they're not carrying anything before they go up and in. And then when those guys go across, we've got the group of catfish over the other side. And then we've got the other plex up on the top row as well, which will go in as well.
Awesome. I mean, obviously I'm going to film that as a separate video. You know, by that point, the tank will probably be more clean. These will be all coloured up. Hopefully they'll still be behaving like this as well, because it's so fun to watch, isn't it? They're doing a full loop now.
Yeah, just the way that they're coming out underneath that wood is insane.
They're doing like a... Yeah, look. So the ones at the front have now joined the back of this loop, and they're just doing circles. It's the blind leading the blind. Like I just said to Martin, for me, the tank just does not... I've had tanks that are set up that I thought, it's okay. And then when I've added the fish, I'm like, I absolutely love this tank. Like, without the fish for me, it's
I'll be honest, like, when the fish went in and they started doing exactly what we were expecting them to do, that's like creme de la creme. That's spot on. That's exactly what you want to see.
Because we were thinking, what if they just huddle in a corner and don't move?
There's this little divot here. If they just balled up in a ball there, I mean, it'd look insane because there's 480 black phantoms just in like a 8-inch diameter ball at the front of the aquarium.
But look at this. This is way more insane. The highway, the Black Phantom highway. That is awesome. So Martin's just preparing some beneficial bacteria.
I would be. There we go. Oh, it's got a seal on it.
Apparently this stuff stinks, does it?
Oh, it absolutely hums. It absolutely hums. Like the last time we opened a bottle of this, Matt was stood on the back corner of that tank. I was stood in the corner over there, water changing, and I could smell it from over there.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a good, what, 25, 30 foot?
So it's potent. Surely for this size, you're going to need all of that, aren't you?
We could put all of it in, yeah.
If you think it's needed. Can I sniff it? What? Oh, I don't even know how to describe that. Sewerage.
Rotten eggs? Like severely rotten eggs?
You know when you use a Portaloo in the summer and it hasn't been, yeah. That's what I'm getting, those vibes.
Yep.
Okay, stick that in, Martin, please.
Yeah, let's get rid of it.
Oh. I think it's just mulched up poo, Martin.
It possibly is.
Yeah. Poo and eggs.
Yeah, well, the company that produced it, they developed it in conjunction with sewerage works.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because they need the bacteria to break down the sewage, I guess, as well.
It's empty.
So how long do you reckon we should give it until... Should we wait another week again?
Yeah,
I think that's a good show.
Give it a week. So the earth feeders are turning up tonight. So yeah, we generally want stuff to sit on the system for about a week before we look at putting it on sale. So that would make sense to let it sit on the system for a week and then look at putting it in there. And then yeah, we've got, well, like I said, all the catfish that are around the other side that we'll be dropping in.
Yeah.
We'll let these tetras settle in probably until after Christmas. We'll see what they look like after Christmas, and then depending on what it looks like, we might add some more.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether we add the same species or a different species, we're not sure yet. We'll see.
Can you just show us the catfish, just so they know what's to come?
Oh yeah, go on then. Yeah, like the inhalation that you took on it. That's probably,
I just thought I felt like Jackass, you know. If you're going to go for the sniff, you've got to go for it.
It's the biggest sniff that I've ever seen anyone take on it.
Oh, it wasn't good. I can still feel it in my nostrils.
So, 2 of the catfish we've got going in. People on the internet are going to scream at me because these guys have just recently changed genus. I haven't taken the time to learn what they've changed to. So, these are Broccus multiradiatus, also known as the hognose cory.
Yeah, they look like pigs, so that makes sense.
Fully grown, they get to about 4 inches, so about 10 centimetres. So they'll look epic in there.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a group. I think there's a group of 12 in there. So the entire group is going in.
Whoa, that's a big plec. Well, not big, but
he's a baby. That's a little para. So we've got an adult one living in that sump, I think, that is about double the size of him. The other catfish that's going in with these guys are something of a passion project for me, and it's these guys.
Cool.
So these guys are chameleon whiptails. So they're really good at changing coloration. They shuffle down into the sand. There's 6 of them in here.
Okay.
There's one sat there.
Yeah, why is he I don't think he realises the colour of the sand, Martin.
No, he's not quite
He's
twigged.
a bit confused, that one.
Yeah.
I can't see the rest. Yeah, that one's pretty... They do just look like sticks in the ground, to be fair, so he is camouflaged as well.
They camouflage really, really well. But yeah, there's 6 of them in there. All 6 are going to be going in.
So we're not going to see them?
Probably not, no.
But it's just for your enjoyment.
Yeah.
This is almost like your hobby tank, isn't it?
Very much so, yeah.
So when are we putting 1,000 cardinals in?
We're not doing it on this one, because they'll just disappear. I've always had the conversation with people about we can order a box of pygmy cories.
Oh yeah.
And you get 2,500 in a box.
Really?
Like 2,500 pygmy cories, and like I think with even with cardinals, to be honest, if we order a full box of them, we can get 2,500 cardinals in a box. So like 2,500 cardinals, 2,500 pygmy cories just dropped into that would be bonkers, but not on this occasion. So you put the idea out there now. I know. People are going to scream at me. They're probably going to say, that's a much better idea. But
no, the thing is, everyone knows that I like my cardinals. Remember when we were doing stuff in the shop and every time I was winding you up, telling us like 150 cardinals? The irony is, I've never actually kept cardinals at home myself. Have you not? No. I love them. For me, it's very much like the same as guppies. Like so many of our customers keep them. It's not exciting. I want to keep something different. You want brown fish. Not brown, black, with a little bit of blue. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So there we have it. The first fish in. I couldn't be more pleased. No. It looks so good. I just went back and had a little look at the video of us putting it in. It looks amazing. Hope you've enjoyed it. I mean, this isn't we've still got the feature fish, haven't we? Yeah, we've still got a few bits to put in there. So yeah, like those catfish we just looked at, the earth eaters going in. How many of the earth eaters are there? There's only 10. Oh yeah, but that's... But they'll get Yes.
Like 8-9 inches. So they're going to be a decent size fish.
They're going to be insane. Yeah. Okay, I can't wait for that. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this. This is just the start, literally just the start. It's going to transform over time, and by next week it's going to look even better as well. So yeah, thanks, Martin. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye. So the Phantom Tetra have decided that they love this side,
but they don't like that side.
Not interested over here. Right, I'm not even messing about. Literally just walked in. Let's crack on. That was a very jolly wave.
Oh, I'm happy this morning.
I'm happy as well because I can actually see from here. Aaron, no, not you, Aaron. I can see, like, he was like, oh, he just goes, oh yeah, I'm going to be in the video. The moment the camera's on, he walks away. Yeah, so I can see from here. It's already clearer than the last time I came up to it.
Is. Yeah, the Tetras aren't quite as balled up as they were when you left last week either.
Okay, right, let's come around and have a little look. Looking good. Apart from all the reflections, but we can sort that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll turn some lights off again.
Yeah, they're just everywhere now, aren't they?
Yep.
Which is kind of good. I mean,
yeah.
That shows
we've got some males that are staking claim to potential spawning sites as well. So there's this little male that's hiding down in behind this pebble. He's sat over the top of that gravel. Every so often, we'll have a little spat in there. A couple of boys will shoot in there. They'll have a rough and tumble. One of them will shoot back out. The winner sits in there.
Looks like he's got like deeper colours and everything as well. So could be just a shadow, but no, he definitely does.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that. We've got like genuine spawning activity, or is it just territorial?
I'd probably say at this precise moment in time, it's probably just territorial behaviour.
Yeah.
But yeah, Owen went in yesterday, gave the plants a little bit of a trim and just replanted some stems. So the limnophilia looks like it's lost like 8 inches of height, but it actually hasn't. He's just cut it down and just
multiplied it. Yeah. Look at the hydrocotyle.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it, mate?
Luciophala.
Luciophala. Yeah. That is looking absolutely brilliant, and it's looking really like luscious as well.
It's all growing as well, which is the main thing. I had a little bit of a stress about the tropical blue lily because it had loads and loads of really nice leaves on it when we first put it in.
Yeah.
They've all gone.
Oh no.
There is, however, a nice floating leaf that is sat just behind the piece of wood.
Okay, so it's coming back, it's bouncing back,
it's
sort
growing,
of thing.
Which is that's the main thing.
And we still got that pad on the top.
We've still got the lily pad up on the surface. So yeah, he's going well.
All our fish are in?
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Oh, not in there.
No, I mean no. in the shop.
So there was a slight deviation with the earth eaters. So
something turned up that you didn't order.
Kind of. So someone in the comments on the last video did actually guess what it was, and it is Satanic Percher demons. I ordered demons. They sent demons,
but you know they're not.
They sent me 10.
Yeah.
2 of them unfortunately didn't make the journey.
Yeah.
1 isn't a demon. So there's 7 demons and a Durapara.
Okay.
But we were thinking if we put the 7 demons in, I've got something else down in that sump that will go in alongside, and they've been down all the time.
Okay.
It's the cupid cichlids.
Okay.
So like it's another species of cichlid you don't tend to see growing on a lot of display tanks. They're not particularly attractive when they're small. When they're this sort of size, it can be purples, browns, blues, yellows, oranges, everything all over the body. So yeah, they're stunning fish, and they'll go in really well with everything else that's in there. So.
I think it's a good idea. Let's take a look at all the fish before we put them in case they A, hide, or B, discolour and everything.
Like,
you know,
the moment they go in there, you look at that green phantom. Like, he hit that stone.
Have you seen him again?
I have. Yeah, I sent you a photo on Saturday morning.
Did? Of course you did. Yeah. Sorry.
He literally went in, landed on that stone, and shot underneath the wood.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, we came in, and he was literally sat on this stone here.
Oh, so that's what. Yeah. So he thought he was hiding.
Yep. He thought he was hiding, but in actual fact, we could see him. So plain obviously. Yeah. So we know he's in there.
I actually really like
the main
view.
thing. Yeah. It's a really nice shot. Yeah.
Like the camera doesn't makes it look a bit misted in the further background area just because of the light coming down, like sort of hazes it. But it's really clear, isn't it?
Yeah.
And remember, the deeper the tank, the more misting you will get at the back area anyway, just naturally, won't you?
Yeah, it's just the dispersion of light.
Yeah.
There was a documentary me and Sam watched a couple of years ago about there's a new aquarium over in France somewhere where they've made, there's viewing windows on 3 of the sides, but they've made the tank long enough so that you actually get that natural drop-off in appearance.
Which, as you would do, yeah.
It's epic. Like they've got some really nice sharks in there, and they literally just come out of the darkness.
So is everything still over this way over here, or
no? So all the catfish are over that side.
Okay.
And then the demons, I didn't want to put on the system over that side. I wanted to put them somewhere where we could keep an eye on them. So we've dropped them down into the sump that was previously home to 480 black phantoms.
So this is basically the holding tank.
Yeah. So you can see the Durapari straight away, smack bang in the middle of the group there. He's got the line down the side instead of the spots.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a group of 7 demons down here. And then there are 4 Cupid cichlids, which I can see one sat right down here. And there's one over in the back left-hand corner there. So it's got the eye bar over the eye itself and the big black eye spot at the base.
Okay, cool.
There's another nice little one sat there just by that yo-yo loach as well.
So these are, obviously they're juveniles, yes? What size? Finger size?
The Cupids will get to about this sort of size, so
yeah, that's good.
7-8 inches.
Perfect, yeah.
The demon's fully grown. Like that.
Whoa.
So looking sort of 25 to 30 centimetres, so 10 to 12 inches.
So there's definitely enough in there for that, and that's going to happen over the next few months anyways. Are they the sort of cichlids that have that like, quick boom of growth as well?
No, so I think this is part of the reason why we've probably never really grown any of the Satana perches on in the shop. They're from the same family group as things like the redhead taps. They got separated out probably 12, 13 years ago now. But they have a much slower growth rate than any of the actual Geophagus species.
Right.
So there'll be probably going to be a little bit of a long burn, but
so is the tank.
Means, the tank needs to be there for at least 4 or 5 years without us touching it
to pay for itself.
Yeah. So well, there's plenty of time for them to be sat in there. It's a large enough tank. They're going to get fed on a mega regular basis. I mean, the tank got fed 4 times yesterday.
Did it?
Because Owen went round and did the morning feed. We then had a colleague come in from another one of the local stores, and he was really excited to see it. And he was like, "Oh, has it been fed yet?" Like, it has been fed.
Oh, that's the point. But Martin, I haven't seen it been fed yet.
Have you not?
No, that's not been on camera.
Shall I grab a handful of food?
Should we do it after we put the fish in?
Ooh.
Or is that going to not work? Or
yeah, no, we'll do it after the fish.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They can wait till the end for the feed.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
So we've got those guys down there.
And then,
we've got all the catfish over this side, which
we did show, but it's fine. Not new people for this video, so
yeah. I'm going to need a stool because the king tigers are up on the top row. There's already a stool there. Perfect. So yeah, you've got these guys here, which I'm surprised no one in the comments on the last video had a go at me for just calling them Broccus multiradiatus because they've never been reclassified.
Also, no one's going to want to argue if you Martin, are they?
Some people do.
I wouldn't.
But yeah, you got hognose corries, which are these boys.
They're so cool.
So they're essentially just a giant emerald cat. We've obviously then got the chameleon whiptails, which is a 6. There's half dozen of them in there. So there's a nice group of 6. Good mixture in terms of coloration, in terms of patterning on those guys at the moment. So you got the solid black guy that's hiding in the sand there. You got the pattern there, and then I had to dig out 4 from the back yesterday to show someone because they were really interested in what they were.
Black is cool.
Yeah. That's a Scobie.
Do you remember I mentioned last video that about me wanting to do the Plek tank?
Yeah, everyone's going crazy about it.
Everyone wants me to do it, so can you get on the stuff you think is best for the medium-sized ones, like your green? That's like medium,
so you're
isn't
in between the like 4 to 6 inch.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then if that goes well, we can move on to like.
I'd probably say, to be honest, you and your missus are going to want something fairly fancy, so I'd probably say...
What's happening?
You don't want anything just bog standard.
No, not really, no.
I'd probably say a group of Queen Arabesques, to be honest, LT60s. Okay. Jack black base on the base, really fine white scribbling. They're stunning fish.
Okay, cool. So. What, keep to one species, you think?
I'd have them as a sole high pan, and then probably look at something else going alongside them. So,
wicked, yeah.
I'll
do whatever you recommend.
Something like a blue phantom, and you could even go down something like a blue panac.
Yeah.
The blue panacs come out in a really nice, like velvety blue.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, like that's what Cheryl had, didn't she? She brought it in here. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then these guys, which are the king tigers, which there's a group of 7 up here. I had to count yesterday to make sure how many we're actually going to be putting in, but. Yeah, it's a good variation in terms of the strength of the patterning on them. With king tigers, you tend to find that varies a little bit just depending on the quality of the source. So
they get decent size as well, don't they?
Yes and no. So there's a
20s?
couple. No, these guys hit about 6 inches. So there's a couple in here which are nearly dropped that piece of wood on one. That was good. There's a couple in here like that nice male that's across the back there at the moment. He's coming up for about 4 inches. There's a really chunky female there. She's not far off the same sort of size, so they've got a couple of inches to go.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the sort of size I'm thinking as well.
Yeah.
I think that'd be perfect because I've got an 80 centimetre tank, so if that's just the start, I'm fine with that, you know, and as they grow
definitely.
and...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, what fish... Can we do the hognose first?
You want to do hognose first?
Yeah, I just think it would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, they're the ones, I think, when they get in, they'll hit the bottom and they'll just
disperse.
scatter.
Yeah. Hide disperse, do you reckon, or...? But there's enough there that we should see a few of them.
Yeah,
you know?
I think the nice thing with them is they're going to be fairly active. So they'll go in, they'll disperse, and then they'll probably regroup and then come right back around the front.
Yeah.
So
okay, cool.
They won't be too bad.
I was going to say bag them up, but we're not.
I am going to catch them in a plastic tub because they are really spiky. And last time I caught one, it got stuck in the net, and it took me about 20 minutes to untangle it. So
have they got proper spine top? Have they got the poison or the venom as well?
They have got. Yeah, they have got a little bit of venom in them. The bigger thing you get from it is just the bacterial infection. So very much the same as anything spiky. If you get stung by it, it's an entry point for bacteria to be able to get in.
Yeah.
It's just that obviously their skin is covered in a nice mucus layer.
Yes.
Houses a lot of bacteria. That spine going in is almost like a hypodermic needle just dropping straight in. So yeah.
So we'll be careful.
Definitely.
And also these.
The Otto.
They are very nice.
Yeah.
Wow. I might have.
They are Central American, so they ain't going in there.
No. But I'm doing
something else at home.
I'm doing 4 tanks.
Yeah.
That I'm going to be doing species only, a species specific, more biotope.
Yeah,
they don't necessarily have to be mega fancy. I just wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So we'll have a look at some of those today as well.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need them today, but I'm doing light backgrounds and everything. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, like those Eliotto would be fantastic for it. Like you can see that really nice male sat in the middle here.
Yeah.
They're from the same family as the firemouths, which you've got the standard firemouths, the Meekies up on the top right there.
But they're not as aggressive, yeah?
No. I mean, the firemouth family is generally fairly calm and fairly peaceful compared to the rest of the Central American family. So.
Who's here? I didn't know you were going to be... I did. We did come together, but Kate's been looking at stuff to buy for Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
And you're not carrying anything, so yes.
Trolley's outside.
Oh my goodness, you said the trolley's outside. A trolley?
You thought you got away with it?
Yeah, I thought. Anyway, okay. Okay, look, do you like these? Yeah, these are. I'm going to get some of these at some point. We've got a home tank as well. We've got 2 home tanks we're doing, and I'm doing one out in the bar as well.
Cool.
But I've got my eyes on those shiners, the rainbow shiners. Oh, where are that? Do they come in like that?
No,
They're from the middle.
Been a while. They are North American, so if it's really cold out in the bar, they'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
They do best. Yeah, they do best with that proper cold, like winter drop.
Yeah.
They are a North American species, so they'll go up to 24, 25 degrees, and then they'll drop all the way down to like 10. So.
Yeah, and that's what it'll set at.
Summer, it's warmer out there. So
Yeah.
that's good,
Yeah. Oh, definitely want them. Right, Martin's collected up all of the hog nose.
Yep. There's 10 of them.
There's 10, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now either we're going to see them for a bit or we're not.
Yeah, they're either going to hit the sandbed and sit, or they're going to hit the sandbed and just absolutely scarper.
Okay.
So
I'm happy either way.
Moment of truth.
Over time they're going to be all about, aren't they? So there's enough there that you're going to see at least a couple at any one time.
They'll be bumbling around. Hopefully they come out as one big group.
Yeah.
That'd be epic if they come out as one big group. But
okay, go for it. Yeah. Don't tease.
It's not me now. Look.
They don't want to come out.
They've been in the box for 2 seconds and they think it's home.
Very confused. Okay, here they come. Okay, they're down. They're down. They're not scarpering. They look right at home straight away.
Spot on. That's what we want.
Yes. Okay, they do look like little piggies. Or like pugs. You know the dogs?
Yep.
They look like little pugs. Awesome. Oh, look what it's caused.
They've all balled up.
They've balled up again.
The panic of a catfish going in. Not even a predatory catfish.
It's like the most gentle fish ever, isn't it?
Yep.
They're like, no, we don't like them. We don't like them.
It's big and scary.
It's a game.
Oh, bless them. They look epic
And
already.
they're chilled as well. Look, they're just chilled. What, guys? Just everyone, calm
Look at that.
down.
The angel's going to come out and give them grief. Look.
This is interesting. Like how these are moving. Look, they're like, I think it's okay. I think everyone come with me. Everyone come with me.
Jeff, you go first.
Yeah. I'm not going on my own. All right, we'll all go. Okay, we've gone past. Now, everyone run. Run? I think run is the wrong word, but...
It's like Gandalf. Fly, you fools.
They're just chill. Yeah. They are chill. Look at the colours on this one.
Oh, yeah.
So is there any way of telling male and female at all?
I'll be totally honest, I've not really looked. The only thing that I have just noticed is this chap here has got that really deep orangey red coloration through the back end of his tail.
Yeah.
That would be a really good indication. I mean, generally when you look at most species of corridors, the easiest way to do it is to look at them from the top. The females, like most species of catfish, will kick out over the hips. The males generally tend to stay fairly straight-sided.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the girls give a little bit of a bum wiggle?
Just a little bit, yeah. Yeah, it's just where they hold eggs. So,
oh, I thought it was like flirty.
Oh, no.
There might be something in it, though. The more eggs you can hold, the more your fish hips can swing. So, yeah. Oh, that's cool to see the older Black Phantoms doing it again.
Vanish.
No, that's cool. Yeah. Well, you did think that as well with all of them. To be fair, didn't you, Martin? But oh, look at that little dive to the top. That was cool. I like that. Okay, right. Let's move on.
Let's do the whiptails.
Whiptails, yeah. Yep. All right, cool. Right, I'm getting a shot of these now, Martin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like with them in the box, you're going to want a shot of them because it's probably going to be the only time we'll actually see them properly out in the open. That's three of the 6. That's 4 of the 6.
Everyone's probably thinking, well, why are you putting them in then?
Just because they are so cool.
Just what they do is so different.
Like you can see on this guy, like I've literally just turfed him out the sand and his coloration is changing. When I first picked him up, he was solid grey across the front end, and he's now bringing out all the patterning in his front end.
So it's that quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
And that is why they are called chameleons.
Yeah, it's interesting how they... Oh, he's gone. Look at that. Oh.
Like straight under.
Yeah.
This is number 5. I'm not quite sure when number 6 is at the moment.
What an evolutionary advantage, you know? Like, pretty special.
He is going to be across this
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you've got 5, and then even you don't know where it is.
Normally, it's a case of looking for eyes, but even with this guy.
Oh, so they'll leave just their eyes out?
Yeah, yeah. So almost like when stingrays bury themselves in the substrate, they'll keep the eyes out so they can obviously see what's going on above them.
This is when we find out there isn't a SIP. And
there was 6 yesterday. You can see the sand shuffling here.
He's found him.
He's here. Just need to figure out which way around he is.
You're just pointing at sand there, Mike.
Just wait.
Way.
There he is.
Pretty chilled though. Don't mind you picking. I suppose stay still and people, fish.
Oh yeah, like people,
other fish will still think I'm a stick.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
straight down.
With a lot of catfish, if you handle them calmly and carefully, they're generally quite happy to just sit in your hands. So.
Yeah, quite often I've tried to net up bristlenose. And they'll run, but if I go in and pick them up, it's fine. Ow. Uh-oh, what?
Bit of sand under the ring.
Don't want sand under your ring, Martin. No. I'm not sure if this will make the cut. Probably will.
It's a little bit risque, isn't it?
Explicit content from Martin there.
Not safe for work.
Cheryl's here as well, by the way, guys. I would have mic'd you up, but I've only got 2 that work with the camera, so yeah. Everyone loved your interview and your information on the discus.
Thank you.
And thank you for doing it for me.
No, you're very welcome.
Okay, handheld for these ones. Look, Martin, I'll
look at that.
Hold the camera. They look great under the light now.
They look epic.
If only they stay like that.
I mean, they'll stay like that. We might not see them.
Maybe they will though. I mean, like you said, they're decent size. There's 6 of them, so they have to move around, don't they? So
yeah, they're going to have to come up for feeding. So yeah, at some point they will be showing off, and we will get to see them. So
you can send me some photos as well.
It might just be of eyes in the sand.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, these are going to be awkward, aren't they? They just go, no, they're going.
There's 1, 2.
Yes. Whoa.
Straight onto the sand.
Straight down. Cool. But this is the sandiest area, so they might be more drawn to it, Martin, which means that you're going to be able to see them a lot more often as you're sort of walking past and that.
These are one of my favourite fish. So.
Really?
Yeah.
They are cool. They're because they're so different, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, they love that area, and they're going to know where the deepest. But as long as they don't, oh look, we've got the Black Phantom highway again.
Apart from this ball over here.
Yeah, they're on their way round by the looks of it. No, sorry, I need to show the catfish. And there they are.
Yep, they haven't moved.
Yeah, but you know they're there, and that's the thing, isn't it?
Yep,
So
that's
cool.
the key bit.
Look, and all the hognose, they're literally loving this area, aren't they? Thought they'd be down in the little cracks and crevices and just gone. Yeah, there's plenty of time for them to work out where. They're kind of in the flow there, aren't they? Yeah. They're enjoying that. Cool.
Right, let's stick that there a sec.
So next up is going to be the...
I reckon next up we do the Plex.
We've got Plex as well, haven't we?
Yeah, nice group of King Tigers. I just need to check something on the system for these guys, and then we're back.
Is the King Tigers the ones that you wanted to get for me as well? Is that what you said?
Arabesques.
Arabesques,
yeah.
Okay.
There is a group of them on the bottom row over there, if you want to have a look.
Okay, yeah, cool. Oh, yes, they are immense. I'm guessing these are still sort of babies. They don't get big, do they? But
9 centimetres.
Yeah, double that.
So, yeah, double the size.
But yeah, they've got great markings. If I can... There's just rainbow fish in the way. Yeah, they look wicked. And there's also, isn't there, Cheryl, there's those very expensive ones over there.
Very expensive ones over there.
Okay, I'll go look. Oh yeah, just poking out of the back there. Can you move the rock show? Is that right? Oh, she's gone. Oh, she needs her stool. Oh. It's worth a look. I mean, not everyone even knows these exist because they're quite specialist and they are very expensive. A lot of you might even know what I'm talking about before Cheryl even lifts the rock, but there, look. Look at that, it's absolutely beautiful. You can see why they're expensive. I think they used to be more expensive, but people have got better at breeding them, haven't they? I'll take 10, please. So Martin's just catching out the plecos from out there, but this man here is Alex, who is involved with practical fish keeping. Are you in charge? Are you?
I'm the editor. So yeah,
editor.
I oversee the content across social media, website, and the actual magazine.
Okay, so the magazine basically is like quite I'd say specialist. Would you?
It has some specialist content, but we want to and aim to make sure we are inclusive of all levels of fish keeping.
Oh, okay.
So
okay, brilliant.
we want to get some beginner articles.
Yeah.
In there. We do some, and we have Aquarium Masterclass as like a pull-out magazine and a special edition for beginners. So we are making sure that everyone's catered for, but there is a lot of sort of biotope content out there as well of people going out and seeing where our fish come from and detailing what the actual environment looks like.
Which is cool because like a lot of the time, a lot of people only see fish like in shops, don't they?
Absolutely.
But it's very interesting when you can see the natural sort of setups as well and how you can apply that to your own tanks. But yeah, so I'll leave a link for the website down below so people can click on it. And you can see some of Alex's work in the magazine. Martin has Plex.
Yep, we got the king tigers.
Oh, they're so nice.
So there's 7 of them. There's a mixture of males and females. So this one that's just scooting down this side, really, really plump. That's a big female.
Yeah.
The one that's sat smack bang in the middle at the moment, it's really nice straight sides. That's a nice little male.
This one, yeah?
Yep.
And that one?
Yeah.
Maybe female? Maybe
female. This one's definitely female.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's see. These are definitely going to hide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, the whiptails.
Yeah, exactly the same spot.
All 5 of them are still
It's been
there.
like half an hour.
I think the 6th one went in the middle there somewhere, didn't it?
Oh yeah, I can see it. I can just about see it.
Yeah, these guys, I think this is going to be very much a Green Phantom episode of they'll go in, they'll hit a rock and they'll just scarper.
Yeah.
So get ready.
Yeah, go for it. I'm set up, ready to go, trying to catch a glimpse. Yeah, they're getting ready to go out straight away. Look, there we go. On the wood, ideal.
That's right, if you want to sit there.
Come the rest of them. Nice, on the sand as well. Yeah, look, oh, that one's hiding. Oh yeah, that one's on the glass. Ideal. I mean, give it 10 minutes. Yeah. They definitely won't, but...
And there's not 7 king tigers in there anymore.
Oh, look, so we've still got 1 hognose out. Okay, look at these cories.
I can see the group over in the back corner.
Yeah, I was watching a minute ago.
If you look straight through, you can see them sat on the ballast.
It's right back there. Oh, there's one there. That's the same one. Look, he's just chilling on his own.
He's got to see the
Oh,
whiptails.
there we go. Look, there's 2 over here as well. And look.
Here's what you're talking about, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the catfish that hide and they change colour.
Cool. They just bury in the sand.
Yeah, and that's where they'll stay.
Yep. Right.
This is a great shot here, though, Martin. Look, this one here looks absolutely stunning. See, because I want to get a pleco tank as well, and these are the sort of ones, that you're thinking, but also those ones over there, that sort of size level.
Yeah, I mean, the arabesques don't get quite as big as these guys, so the king tigers will hit about 6 inches fully grown. Arabesques, you're looking about 4 inches, so in an 80-litre tank, you'll be fine with a little group of them.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted...
No, it's not 80 litres, it's 80 centimetres, it's 140 litres.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then on top of that, if you want a couple that are going to get slightly bigger, something like a green phantom or blue panac, like I said earlier, the blue panacs, you're going to get that really good velvety blue.
And how about the zebra?
You could put a zebra in there if you really wanted to.
Yes, of course, I've got to. Yeah. I have to put one in there. I have to own it and see how it does, and it's going to be super fast flow, just blasting in there.
They are notoriously slow growers.
Okay, that's fine. So, it's more about having them and enjoying them, So I'm not too worried about growing stuff up as fast as possible. It's just the enjoyment of
the enjoyment of actually having it. So.
Okay, final fish. Is it final fish? It is final fish, isn't it? Yeah. For now. Yeah. A lot of people were loving the 1,000 cardinal idea, though, Martin.
Did, but I was having a conversation with a lot of regular customers over the weekend, and although 480 black phantoms sounds like a lot, it actually looks about right.
Yeah,
in proportion to the tank.
Yeah, yeah. Because not when they're doing this, but when we came in, they were everywhere.
Where they were scattered across the entire tank, it fills the tank out really well. So I think if we were to put more Tetras in, it might look a bit overcrowded.
It might do, yeah. I mean, we could scoop half out and still put 1,000 in.
You and the bloody cardinals.
He's like, I am not putting cardinals in here. So we have the Earth Eaters.
Yeah,
they're so diddy right now.
Nice little group of demons, nice little group of cupids. The cupids have come out in a really nice like orange coloration arrows coming to on the front end of them. But yeah, once they settle in, like the back end will be like a sort of buff beige coloration with purples, blues, oranges, yellows, reds, like pretty much you name it. It'll be.
How long do you reckon before that? Like a few months?
Probably,
months,
probably a good 6 months or so.
6 months, yeah.
Yeah,
that's fine. I mean, obviously, I'll be coming back to this tank. This is This is even in a video that I'm going to release in months' time. When I come back to it all grown in, with all the fish like looking fantastic. So
that's the group of guys that we've got going in. Look, just so you get a nice shot of them before they.
Yeah. Do you reckon they're going to vanish?
No, I think they'll probably do the same as the chameleons. To be honest, they'll hit this front sandbed and go, "Ooh, something to munch on."
They've got some nice luminescent parts coming off, and the lights are definitely going to show that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm ready when you are, Martin.
Let's go for it.
I'd like to see him swimming at the front with the hog nose. That's a chill first entrance. Yeah. Okay. They're not. Oh yeah, look at the Tetras. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them.
That's the last one.
Yeah, so isn't it funny? They're not that much bigger than the Tetras, but the Tetras are like, these are new. We've already been abused by the hognose. Look at this plaque on the front.
Legend.
He's like, ain't high. Oh, look, they all are. They're all doing it. I honestly thought they'd be hidden by now, Martin.
I mean, we can only see 2 of the 7.
No, 1, 2, 3.
3 of the 7.
And then there was 2 over the other side.
Oh, not anymore. That's again.
Right, so we've lost the Earth Eaters.
What?
The Earth Eaters. Yeah, they've gone. There's one there. There's one there. There's a pair of cupids sat down here, look.
Oh yeah, they're just taking a little bit of refuge. Yeah. It's a big change for them. But yeah, they're just gonna look amazing. They're gonna get massive cake when they're fully sized. They have do they have the trailing top fin as well?
Yeah, so the demons, when they start maturing, they get massive filaments come off the top edge of the dorsal fin. The females
will it be red, or is that a specific one?
I think the fin itself will come out a bit red, and then it goes white along the very, very trim.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've seen an adult demon, so someone in the comments feel free to correct me.
Don't worry about the comments, okay? People will always do that. We just let them do what they want to do. It's fine, you know.
Couple of plecos over here.
Couple of plecos there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, chilling out. Okay, so that is all the stocking now complete for the time being. It's just now a case of just sitting back, letting this whole thing mature and get better and better.
One thing, we haven't put any food in.
We haven't? Oh yeah, of course we haven't. All right, hang on. What have you got from Mark?
I have got a handful of flake and some catfish pellets.
Oh, lovely.
So,
that does not look like a lot for the... Oh, they've already been fed as well, haven't they?
They have already been fed this morning, yeah. Aaron came round and did some feeding this morning, so...
I instinctively went to tap them, but you guys don't do that, do you?
No, we actively discourage it, to be honest. So,
in a fish shop.
Right, let's go flake first.
Okay.
Because that will get those guys going, and then we'll chuck the catfish pellet down in like that.
Yeah, look at that. Once a couple go, they're all... Whoa, look, they're all coming. That is hectic. That's just only 10% of them currently eating.
Very little of the catfish pellet actually hit the bottom as well.
Did it? Yeah, the pellets go before they touch the bottom always.
Yeah, the Tetras are taking some of the bigger flakes, ripping them into pieces, ripping lumps off of it.
Look at them. I love the way they do the dart, look. It just looks like chaos. That's awesome. And obviously, like we were saying, actually, you definitely don't need more Tetra because these aren't even fully grown. So
no, these guys, like fully grown, it's not going to mean anything to anyone that isn't in the UK, but like body size, they'll get up to about the size of a £1 coin. So you're looking, what, inch diameter?
10 cents. No, 5 cents. No, somewhere in between. 7.5 cents.
Maybe about the size of a quarter.
Yeah.
About that sort of size. I was trying to think of my American coinage then.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll get up to about that sort of size, fully grown. Yeah, they're going to be monsters. So
cool. Well, this has been awesome. Well, yeah, see you in a couple of months. No, I'm obviously going to be before then. But
it's Christmas next.
Yeah. Oh, and I just spoke to Cheryl about the 8 foot. We're doing it again. after Christmas.
Yep.
Well, Martin, it's been 7 months.
Yep.
And shall I tell you the thing I've liked most about doing this is that over the last 7 months, obviously I've been in so many times that every time I come, we're at a new stage of development.
Yep. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and like you look at it now, like the angels when they went in would probably have just about fit my thumbnail. Like they're nearly 6 inches tall, most of them now,
so
and
good.
the coloration's just starting to come through. The Rio Nanes are getting that metallic blue coloration down the side and the red spotting. The Manacs are getting that red shoulder up over the back. Like the black phantoms are like the size of what most people would buy angelfish at. Yeah, like everything is just grown. It's epic. And like it's not just in the water that stuff is growing. Everything outside the water is growing as well. Like the Pophos, I was saying earlier, like I've had to start looping it backwards. Yeah. I think this strand here, when we finished, was back here somewhere.
Yeah, it was.
So like 2.5 foot of growth there.
And it's exponential Pophos as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's just going to it'll cover that in no time, won't it?
Yeah.
By the end of the year, that'll be covered, won't it?
And like the Argentinensis sword that's in the back left-hand corner, we've had 2 flower spikes off of that. We've got some runners off of it that we're just trying to get some roots developing on. Like the Limno, we have hacked it back so many times that like I cut it back last weekend. You can already see the new growth tips starting to shoot through.
Yeah. Can I tell you, just that is my favourite thing about the tank, is that the Limnophilia, not all of it's perfect, but it looks real.
Point. Yeah, that's the point.
It looks how you'd see it, kind of leggy, in big sections, all perfectly upright.
It's not one of those tanks that is well manicured. It was always the idea that it was going to be something that you'd see at a public aquarium or a zoo, imitating an area from the Amazon basin. So
that is what it feels like. The only thing that this isn't for that is if it had that rock work, fake rock work.
Yeah.
And other than that, this is like what you'd see in a zoo.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and there's a couple of colleagues that come down from other stores that like they're not in our partnership group. They've come down. That's pretty much what they've said. Like,
they like
you look at it and they're like, that is the best display tank we've seen in any aquarium shop in the UK.
That was our goal.
Not just in a Maidenhead.
That was our goal.
Like that's high praise, and yeah.
That must feel good.
Oh yeah, it does.
And the best thing, when we were doing it, I remember putting these bits in, going, "Oh, this is going to be good. They're going to love it," you know. And it's absolutely amazing. It was so fun, and thanks for allowing me to be part of this, because this is by far the biggest tank I've ever done.
Yeah.
It was quite daunting.
Yeah.
But as soon as you showed me that massive wood, wow.
Yeah, that seems like a long time ago that I was out there with the reciprocating sword, cutting the bits off the
and
back
I was
end
like trying to smash it up. Well, they've just seen it, but it's been ages for us.
It was like yesterday for them. But,
yeah, it's really good. Absolutely love it.
But yeah, like everything over the top, like I said, it just keeps going. Like we've had 5 or 6 new leaves on the Monstera. One of our former colleagues has dropped us off a nice rarity, so we've got a Thai Constellation Monstera in the back corner as well.
Okay.
That's only been in there like 2 weeks. It's already got 2 new leaves on it, and it's.
I've just noticed the Pophos at the back as well.
Yep, that's gone crazy.
That's vibrant.
Yeah,
that's got a good water source.
There's some leaves just underneath where that Monstera is that are like bright gold, and it's just insane. The
whole thing is an amazing spectacle.
I think there's only one thing that didn't work. Well, two things technically that didn't work quite how I intended. One is the bed of Vallis. That just never really got going. Like we replenished it with stuff from a customer, and like you can see it's just starting to creep up towards the surface, but it's not come out and done that.
There is less light there from the Monstera, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I quite like it. It's like it makes the tank way deeper.
Yeah. And then the other thing is lilies. Yeah. Like the 2 Marliaceas that have come down here, like they're there. They're shooting out loads of submerged growth, but they're just not shooting for the surface. The ones that we planted this side, we ended up having to replace with the Black Princess that came out of the display tank that was down the front.
That's doing well though.
Oh yeah, that's doing really well. It still won't flower.
Give it time, it's still a baby.
You say that, it's been in here for 2 years. It was in that water. It was in that
flowering in there though, wasn't it?
I was chucking root tabs at this left, right and centre trying to get it to go. Like it's in its own pot in there with its own compost. It's got root tabs in there again, and like leaves, it shoots them up without any problems. Just flowers, it just does not want to do it.
We shouldn't be too fussy though, because the Amazon sword here is flowering like crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like it's almost ready to harvest. We just need some roots on the bottom end of it.
Yeah.
Which like, I think part of it with the one that's got the majority of the plant on, I think with that one we've had it rested out over the bracing bar, so whether it just needs a bit of water underneath it to actually get it to go. Because the younger flower stem, you can see the plant right on the very tip of it has already got some roots.
Oh yeah.
So we've dropped that one back in over the past couple of days just to see if that invigorates it.
The other thing as well is there's a lot of fish in here that we were you were thinking as well, we wouldn't see.
Oh, yeah.
And we're seeing every time I come in.
Let me grab a pot of food.
Oh, yes, feeding. So you're going to get the plecos out, is that the plan? Or just everything?
I know the whiptails will definitely come out, but yeah, this is literally just our normal flake, our normal catfish pellet, and then a grazer ring. But like, you pretty much just launch food in and everything. Normally, they're probably not going to do it now because I've said it. But pretty much everything just comes right straight out for it.
Nice. And do you remember when we first put the Black Phantoms in and everyone was a little bit like, that's too many fish, it's a bit chaotic. Yeah. But look now that all the Lindophila is there and they've got their own zones, like here they all come. You couldn't see them all just a minute ago. And now they're absolutely everywhere.
They linger off in that back section.
Yeah, which is what they would do.
Oh yeah, it really is. Yeah, yeah. They linger around in and amongst vegetation, in and amongst root work that's hanging down. And then yeah, they'd be acting exactly like you can see them here, where like they'd be lingering, they'd see something they want to eat, they dart out, they get it, and they shoot back in again. So
it's very cool. And look, hog nose. The hog nose are, well, they're bigger.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
They're definitely bigger.
I mean, they were big when we put them in, weren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. They were little brutes when they first went in, but yeah, they've just this past couple of weeks, they've suddenly become a little bit more confident. Like there's normally a couple that are hanging around this front left-hand corner. There's a couple that hide up in the little sort of ravine that goes up through the side. And there's a group that hang out on the right-hand side. And then yeah,
it's so cool.
I can see the chameleons. You can smell the food. You just don't want to come out for it. It's camera shy.
Out. And again, huge. Looking huge. Look at that up against my finger. It's a beast.
Oh yeah, he's like when he's laying across the front and he's like you're getting a full broadside of him. He is incredible. When he flicks up his dorsal fin, like his dorsal fin stands up a good 3 inches.
It is quite the spectacle, and the good thing about this is as well, it's not that much maintenance, is it? No. Lindophila grows pretty fast, but in this height,
yeah,
it's not too hard to snip it off.
We probably cut it off probably every fortnight or so. Most of what we cut off, we either replant or bag up and chuck out on the shelf. And then it gets water changed once a week. But for us, water changing is literally just turn the pump off and spin a spider valve around. So it's an absolute doddle. But yeah, I think for me the biggest thing is these angels. Like it's always been one of my biggest loves is wild coloured angels, and like those nanays are just insane. Like that really nice dominant chap there. Like really strong banding. You can see the red spots coming down over the top. He's got the extensions coming off his tail.
Yes, and also just the height as well.
Yeah.
Of all of their dorsals are just like really perfect.
Yeah.
And look, not a torn fin anywhere as well. There doesn't seem to be much aggression, mind you.
No.
Couple more months of growth, maybe.
Yeah, this is the other thing that I say to a lot of people. When you come to angelfish and the aggression that they tend to chuck out, if you go for the wilder colorations and you keep them in a big group, you don't really see it.
Plus the space.
Yeah, having the space for it. Like if you were to drop a group that sort of size into a 600-700 litre tank that's say 8 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot sort of size, you'd probably get very similar behaviour. It's interesting, like we don't tend to see the angels disappearing off to the back too much. They tend to spend majority of their time right down the front.
Yeah, it's the same with my 8 foot. I've got like a decent group and they're just, the hierarchy's set and they're very, very happy. And I don't get fighting between them at all.
No.
Yeah, massively impressed with it. Oh, geos are out.
Yeah, they are stunning.
Yes, they are
just
way bigger.
To the point that you can start to see the dominance coming through, and like they're just starting to get extensions on the dorsal fin and the anal fin. So yeah, I reckon give them another 6 months, they'll probably put on another couple of inches of growth, and then we'll start seeing all the dominant males.
So cool. Yeah, massive success. Hugely, probably this is the best tank that I've created with you. As a team play, we've absolutely nailed this. I think.
Yeah.
And just the way that you almost don't even see the rim of the tank, just because of the way it looks like.
Yeah, you've got the greenery coming up and then the greenery over the top, and it just blends it all in together.
Great success. Bye.